guys know it is Drunken Chat, son.
All right, everybody. Welcome to today's show. This is It's Drunken Chat Son. I'm your host, Shetland Greens and Cornbread with ComicCrusaders.com. We've got some stuff for you. We've got new releases, FOC. We've got some news, some stuff that you might want to action. So we're gonna get right into it. Don't know if any of the rest of the fellas are coming in because it is bright and early in the freaking morning, almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Then we're starting this, but we got to get the show going. But first, I do want to give a shout out to the people that are in here in the chat with me: GTK Comics, Ben Fong, Chad Cave, how's it going, baby, and Daniel Barrier Sports Highlights, and Raymond Camacho. Let's get if you guys are out there, if we can go ahead and if we can just hey, just put your name in freaking or whoever you are. If we can just go ahead and shout out, and I will definitely freaking shout you guys out. Hey, Sarah, Sir Christopher the Great. Hey, how's it going, man? So hey, let's go ahead and get right into it. So, look, man, freaking, it was an interesting week, man. This is one of those first weeks where I said, "Hey, man, maybe you didn't need to spend as much money on it was on comics, and maybe you could have freaking put some more money on stocks." It was a weird week, right? Because not only did we also have the Ultimate Black Panther stuff, we had the Thundercat stuff happening, and depending on which way you went, whether you went there or you went for stocks, you could have actually made some money this past week. So last week, this is what it looked like. Disney at $97.97, 0.13, Netflix at 545.46, Paramount, Disney kind of chugging along and everything, but this week was totally different. If you had paid attention to what I have been telling you guys, when I said, hey, Disney was definitely a good buy at $79, which it hit last October, and then it kind of incrementally went up. Even though I thought that it should have been went down to 68. So as of this week, it went up to 108. So that was a what $11 freaking jump up in between when we were talking last week and this past week. Um, Also, Warner Brothers that actually went down in 964, which is going to be a great deal. And Paramount also went down 10% at the 1290. That's still not the deal you want. You probably want it to go back a little bit down, a little bit more, maybe 9 or 10, and you should be straight. Um, but once again, you guys are going to have to make a decision whether you guys are going to put some money in money stocks and assets, or are you guys just going to keep putting your money in some of these comics. Chad Cave says, talk to him about Verizon. I mean, I wasn't really paying attention to Verizon this past week. Let's see. Was there any big Verizon news? Uh, Verizon and Vonage announced a collaboration to bring advanced 5G network APIs to developers. That's what I'm saying. And then also that Verizon compromised the personal data of 63,000 people. Jesus. That kind of went out with the bathwater. It wasn't that because yeah, I mean it was weird. Not that many people were talking about Verizon. People were more talking about the whole Disney thing and the fact that Disney is going to buy 1.5 billion shares or 1.5 billion worth of assets from Fortnite. Is Previews World down? I'm not sure. I didn't know it was down. Was it? Oh, let's see. Well, so proceed. No, it's up. Previous world is up. So if you guys need to go ahead and get in there. What's up, Drunken Chat? Yes, Rodney Rascal Super Dog. Yes, what's going on? Once again, I'm still not trying to get a deliver break, so I will be opening up my alcohol-free Chevy. Go ahead, take a swig of that, and then but yeah, man, freaking Disney was looking good. I really like the decisions, but there's still a lot of stuff that we got to determine where you got to make these decisions, and I'll go into that when I get into the news. Um, As far as the drunken chat assets, man, freaking, we actually didn't do too bad this week. Um, I think a lot of the other stocks didn't give us a return that we actually wanted, but we did do uh, go up about 1.53%, which tied us with the S&P 500, made made us better than the Dow Jones Industrial. We only lagged behind the Nasdaq and the Russell 2000, which is still not bad because we're it's just like our 13, 14 stock versus their 2,200. The things that brought us down, let's say Bandai brought us down, and let's see, Hasbro brought us down, Roblox, Paramount, Warner Brothers, Discovery, Lionsgate, and IDW. IDW was at 43, I think, which was down from like 50 cents last week. Once again, I'm saying that if you ever see it drop down to like 40 or 0.39 or 39 cents, that's where you want to jump in. And actually, we actually had an earnings call um, that came out this past week where, for the first time in a long time, it looks like they're actually going to post some revenue because they got rid of a bunch of trash employees. They got rid of a lot of freaking debt. So maybe towards midpoint of 2024 of this year, they should start posting a lot more profit, especially when you consider the assets that they got. All right, so let's get into some of the news. Disney Bob's Iger, he announced a big change to the way Marvel is going to do their business. Um, in 2024, Deadpool 3 will be the only new MCU theatrical release. That's what he's reporting. He said the highly anticipated sequel incorporates a roster of X-Men characters into the franchise, which will mark a major creative shift in how the studio approaches its storytelling. Um, Disney has also changed its approach to the Marvel TV slate, so the audiences can look forward to WandaVision spinoff, Agatha Darkhold Diaries, and then MCU fans can also expect three animated projects in the form of Eyes of Wakanda, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and Marvel Zombies. However, it remains to be seen if those shows are going to debut in 2024. Now, Marvel Studios has other Disney Plus projects in the various stages of developments. The most prominent is supposed to be the Daredevil Born Again series, which endured a creative overhaul for a studio after the studio executives weren't impressed with the footage shot before the 2023 strike. Marvel is attempting to focus on titles that would generate excitement and lead to more subscribers. When you consider that Disney lost 1.3 million subscribers in its final 2023 quarter, um, which is crazy because also apparently this year they also have a plan to do the whole password lockdown thing where they won't let people share passwords, everything. So, like, whatever. But I do think that they have a shot because apparently they will be having a joint venture with Paramount and CBS when it comes to the sports. So they're going to do a sports streaming channel that will be available on Hulu and all this other stuff, Hulu, YouTube, and everything. And it's going to be weird, right? Because also at the same time, while they're doing that joint venture with CBS and Paramount, they're also trying to buy a piece of the NFL. So those guys are going to have to license and buy a license or pay a license to the NFL. But if they're paying it to the NFL, it routes right back around to Disney if they actually have a piece of it. So it's going to be very interesting if they do it that way. Hey, what's going on, Juan Cortez? Nice to see it, brother. Um, Man, this one is weird, and I don't know how I feel about this one. Pirates of the Caribbean, they've they've casted a new Pirate of the Caribbean, a new type Johnny Depp actor, and so what I've heard so far is that it is going to be a female or a woman, which I have. It's going to be weird. Like, I'm not sure where they're going to go with that, and people are already like outraged. Like, wait, you brought us in with this Johnny Depp type freaking character. Now you got this other thing going on. In fact, when you kicked Johnny Depp out, it was under crazy circumstances. Um, but here we go. So speculation has run rampant about the franchise's future, particularly concerning rumors of a reboot featuring a female lead with Margot Robbie um, circulating as a potential candidate. Yet, as swiftly as rumors surfaced, they dissipated into the ether, met with tepid responses. Now, let's see. Now, yet recent revelations from the industry insider Dana Richmond suggested the franchise may not be entirely abandoned. Um, and that Richmond's informants tell him that the next installment of the swashbuckling adventure won't feature Depp in the lead role, but that Bear star Ayo Adebury is being eyed for a role named Anne in this female-led Pirates of the Caribbean. So not only are they gender swapping the lead, but they also race swapping him too. Um, According to Richmond, Disney wants a younger cast of pirates looking for a hidden treasure, and fans of the franchise were quick to throw water on the casting swaps. They're never going to outdo Jack Sparrow. The Pirates movies are nothing without Sparrow, and just give it up, please. So Disney can't win for nothing because of these bad decisions. So another bad thing that's happening is they're trying to shoot some stuff for Wonder Man, trying to get this thing going. But apparently, one of the crew members was killed during production. Um, it's a rigger working at a Redverse Studios in Studio died certainly after falling from the catwalk. The male crew member who died at the scene was working on a set of Marvel Studios Wonder Man, but the series was not filming at the time, so the dude just fell off. The dude's name was Juan Carlos Osorio, 41 of Temple City. Empathy toward the family, please. And he just fell off. So it doesn't say whether they're going to stop shooting or anything. It's just like they fell off and freaking died. That fucking sucks, man. Um, and it's even crazier for the whole production because they already had to delay because of the WGA and the SAG-AFTRA strike. So it's just delay after delay. Tom is saying, "Hey, just fucking hire Johnny Depp for fuck's sake." Yeah. The question is, could they? How much money are they going to need to throw at the man to get him to come back? You know. So, for those that are interested in the Warner Brothers stuff, once again, Warner Brothers is the company that owns DC Comics. Um, they just beat the investor seat over inflated subscriber figures. So what they were doing was, whenever they had the earnings call, they would say, "Hey, our subscriber numbers are going up and up and up." But what they didn't reveal is the fact where those subscribers were coming from. Which would do is they would have some AT&T subscribers, like your phone guys, right, and go, "Oh, because they're AT&T subscribers, they also have the opportunity to to be an HBO Max subscriber. So we're gonna add those numbers in, even though they didn't ask for this shit, even though they really didn't even pay for it. Oh, these guys are technically freaking HBO Max subscribers. Oh, you decided to switch or downgrade from this to that. Oh, you're a new subscriber, and then they would add the numbers onto that. And so the investors try to sue them, and they lost, which kind of sucks because now that means that you cannot trust any of the earnings call that Warner Brother has. Uh, Deadpool creator Rob Liefeld, he has decided to exit from the franchise. It doesn't say why or what was going on, but in a February 5th post, um, Rob Liefeld says, "Yep, I'm retiring from Deadpool. It's official. Yep, after 33 years of not only introducing Deadpool but chronicling many of his most popular adventures, it's time for the Deadpool Daddy to say farewell." So, good luck to Mr. Rob Liefeld, whatever he's trying to do next. I know that he tried to get several other characters off the ground, um, and they just never got off. And the whole lawsuit that Disney had against Governor DeSantis, they lost. um, in this article, it doesn't really give the reason why they lost and everything, but hey, like like dude, he like owns the freaking state, like he controls the freaking state. Yet you're trying to sue him on some bullshit, like you guys control the freaking state. You control parts of the state at their behest. Yet they try to. That was a cold, crazy freaking lawsuit, and and his and what's crazy is like his credentials as the ability to govern was actually downplayed, was fucked up because of this whole freaking lawsuit. Um, but eventually he won out. That's crazy. Hey, what's going on? Late night comics. Hey, what's going on? 78 points of articulation. Nice to see you guys. Thank you guys for dropping in. IDW, yep, mentioned this before. IDW Media Company had this once again. This the IDW Media and Publishing and everything. They just had their earnings call back on October 31st, but they just released the results. They lost $4.9 million in the full physical year. In the full physical year, however, the fourth quarter profit was up 496,000, up from 350,000 profit in the year ago. And there was somebody that was one of the main investors. He was there asking a bunch of questions, like, "Hey, what do these numbers mean? What do these numbers mean?" Trying to pin them down. And stuff looks good. So if you guys are interested in getting into IDW at 39 cents, just go ahead and keep watching it. If you have a little girl and you are a sports fan, just be aware that on February 25th, Mattel, um, they're going to put out these Barbies. They're going to launch these Super Bowl collectible Barbies that are going to have like the little Super Bowl hats and the jersey of the winner, I guess. I think they're going to be like $25 or something like that when it freaking come out. But pre-orders through February 25th, and you can get it on Mattel's dedicated page. So for those that think I'm crazy for reporting this, I've seen several Barbies that they come out and they're very exclusive, and then they they'll be normal for like 25, $30, and then afterwards they shoot up to like $120. So just keep an eye out for that stuff. Hey, what's going on, comic sneakers? And then there was a weird rumor this week that Hasbro was going to get bought out by the company that owns TikTok, called Tencent. But Hasbro actually had to come out with a uh, announcement that, yep, that's not true, that's not happening, and they're not even for sale, which is kind of counter to what I've been hearing about Hasbro and D&D. I've been hearing other stuff, so that was weird. In the meantime, Transformers, they're going to release some Transformers G1 trading cards. It's going to be a 200 card set. First series is going to be 110 base cards. Um, and it doesn't say exactly when it's coming out, but it should be out soon. Now, this is not the first time that Transformers has had any type of collectible cards. In fact, I've got some comic books that had some trading card packs in there, so I know this is definitely not the first ones out. And then Samuel Jackson and Dave Bautista are heading up an adaptation of Red 5 comics called Afterburn. If you guys were listening to the top 10, apparently you can go to the website and pick it up for $5. So go ahead and freaking roll on over there. What's going on, Aspect Media? What's going on? Uh, and what's interesting was Martin Scorsese has been in the news lately for saying, you know what, fuck comic book movies, fuck comics, fuck comic book movies. But now he's got his own little graphic novel coming out. So I forget what it's called from earlier. Is it called being called Martin Scorsese? Yeah, Amazing Amazon. Amazing Amazian, I think that's called. Yeah, weird. So you're gonna hate on freaking comics, but yeah, you're trying to get the money out of it. Fucking weird. All right, it's now 21 minutes. Let's see what else we got going on. Yep, there's some of the pictures. All right, now we got a little bit of mail call before we do get a little break. So for mail call, this is some of the stuff that some of these companies had sent me in the mail and my email. And I'm just going to share some of this information with some of you guys. And some of this stuff is a lot. So once again, you guys can go back, freaking pause it and see what it actually says. This is for IDW. Oh, excuse me. This is from Penguin Random House. They've got a bunch of stuff that's on FOC. And some of the stuff here are some of the big comments they put together. I think one of the interesting ones is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is the Untold Destiny of the Foot Clan, #1. This series is going to focus on a granddaughter of Shredder and current leader. Her name is Karai. Um, so yeah, that might be actually good. Black Widow and Hawkeye #1. I've actually read it. It's actually pretty good. I didn't see any new first appearances in there for this one, but it is pretty good. There is a 1/100 that looks really good by Art Germ. It's not going to be book of the year, but it is a lot better than some of the stuff that's coming out right now. And then, of course, there's some reprints by Ultimate Black Panther #1. The second print is on FOC this week, and Avengers Twilight #2, second print. Yep, and then there's Wolverine #42, second print is going to be out there as well. Lunar says they're retailers from horror film icon Jackie Kong, who wrote Blood Diner, The Being, and Night Patrol. Says to the retailers, if they get it, they can get a free metal cover, a Spend the Night pink cover, second print, courtesy of Comic Con Comics. If you order 100 or over 100 issues of the second print of issue #1 of Spend the Night, and and Con Comics will mail your shop a second metal cover free. So that's all I gotta do is order 100 fucking comics of some shit that I was not going to order at all anyway, and they'll give me some metal cover Spend the Night. Okay. Yeah, if y'all want it, let me know. Disney's Cruella de Vil #2, Gargoyles Dark Age #6 is now on FOC. I feel like I've been talking about this cover for like 3 weeks now. That I kind of like, but I think it keeps coming up on FOC. Also on FOC is Jennifer Blood, Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids, and this little TBP injected by Art. These covers from Valiant and Alien Books, these look actually really good. They said they wanted to remind you that the pre-order period for Bloodshot Unleashed Reloaded #1 and Machine Girl Space Hell #2 are coming to a close. That cover A by Alicio looks really good. Also, there's a cover B by Barrio Nuevo. I'm not sure what they were going for on that second cover, but the cover A looks really good. And there are the covers by Machine Girl #2, cover A by Nubovich and Eva Solo. Yeah, I literally never heard of Con Comics until it showed up in my email. Weird. And then there's a retail universe advisory telling us that The Last Mermaid by Image Comics is going to be 100%. Oh, under new terms of the new incentive, 50% of orders placed by February 11 FOC are going to be returnable with no qualifiers. If you guys are interested in sports cards, here is the some stuff that's going to be on FLC this week. I think people will be paying attention to the Panini Illusions Football and maybe the Panini Crown Royale. Titan Comics has Dark Souls. Black Bomics, excuse me, there's a company out there called Black Box Comics. And this is going to be the first time that they're going to be on the Diamonds FOC program with Biomex. Retailer advisory from Oni Press says a strong content warning for Night People #1 that is going to contain sexual nudity, gore, violence, torture, and dismemberment. Skybounds as hey, variant cover revealed. The Energy universe continues to grow, and Void Rivals #7. Man, I've been trying to get caught up, and I still have not read. I've skimmed through #1 and 2 of Void Rivals, but I've never read it to get caught up on what the heck is really going on yet. I need to go back. For Whatnot, Jamie Tyndall's Superfan live sale Saturday. For some reason, this was supposed to be going on January 24th, and they just sent it to me this week, so I don't know why I have this. John Tyler Christopher is going to have a 48-hour pre-sale. It's live until February 10th at noon. Apparently, you're selling the Secret Star Wars negative washed-out cover. Here's some. Zenoscope has a final order cutoff. I looked at some of the covers. None of them were really that special, so I'm not sure what they were doing there. Oh, Stranger Comics. That's the one that's owned by Sebastian. They have just they got two things going on. They've got a Kickstarter for this new Niobe project. It's called Niobe. She is Tribe #1, and then also Legion M and Stranger Comics partner for a Defiant graphic novel, but apparently it's getting turned into a movie. Let's see. Kickstarter last summer and is currently in production. Defines the historical graphic novel about a enslaved harbor pilot, Robert Smalls, who pulled off an incredible heist during the Civil War when he stole a Confederate warship, disguised himself as captain, then brought family and friends aboard before sailing to a new free life. So, but yeah, eventually Legion M intends to turn Defiant into a feature film or TV series, where Stranger Comics founder and president Sebastian is overseeing the graphic novel and will later serve as the executive producer for the screen adaptation alongside Stranger Comics Joshua Kozane. So shout out to those brothers and for trying to make this shit happen. What was I just read? I was just reading Wolverine #43, maybe. I think that was, and it looks really good. I think I only got maybe 6 to 7 pages of it so far. But one element that does show up in there is these exiles. Those were the guys that were inside the pit with Sabretooth. Now they're out. Now there's going to be a whole storyline around the exiles. And their first appearance was in this one, was in Sabretooth #5, which came out in 2022. Because it talks about the exiles, but then the part that I've seen so far is that it talks about the exiles' kids that are going to be with them. So there's possibly, most likely, going to be some new characters inside of this one. Avengers Twilight. I think that's it. Yes, so that's all as far as the mail call. Let's go ahead and I'm going to I'm going to show you, what is this? Looks like a trailer for something. Let's pull this up. Okay, yeah, so that was the trailer for Marvel Voices Legends #1. That was the one that had the first appearance of Tafuma and Zulika. Those were the grandchildren of Black Panther and Storm. So those are already out and in full abundance. So it's a little weird right now that people are going for the Ultimate Black Panther, which is a good story in its own right, over the first appearance that's happening in this one. Let's see. Manning the Comic Collector said, "Hey, today I found 2 copies of Avengers Twilight #1 Raw's variant for cover. Employee asked why I'm buying 2 copies. Don't fucking tell him. Don't ever fucking tell him. If they can't fucking open up the fucking book to fucking read it, you go, I don't know. Plus, uh, plus the company PRH usually gives the retailers a digital copy to read beforehand, month to 2 months beforehand, to see what the fuck is going on. So why the fuck you asking? Fuck. Oh, you need 2 copies? Because I need one to fucking read and one to fucking wipe my ass with. What the fuck do you care? All right, so let's go ahead and get to some of the stuff that was trending. I apologize, the date on this one is wrong. This is trending as far as this week. This is some of the stuff that I did a Terapeak search on. Um, Number one on top was the Ultimate X-Men #1 pre-sale for March 6th, 2024. That Peach Momoko, that one's doing quite well. Then there's the Ultimate Spider-Man #2. That's Cheto. I believe that was a second print. Then Moon Man #1 cover A. That was that Kid Cudi book. Penthouse Comics #1, the cover A, Scalera, has some numbers behind it, but the numbers that I've been doing on eBay and in my shop, in the pull box shop, are a little bit different. So I'm not sure how I feel about these numbers, but look, all of the Penthouse joints are freaking selling. All we got to look forward to is there is a there is one of them, and I think it's like a photo of the Penthouse, and there's only like 1,000 copies of this bad boy. So all the retailers are going to have to figure out like which ones they're going to freaking who's going to get what, if they got any, and what the price is going to be for those. So it's going to be interesting. And then Edge of Spider-Verse #1, 2024, Star Wars, Hamad variant Marvel, Ultimate Spider-Man #1. The third print is actually doing pretty well. And then, of course, the Ultimate Black Panther #1, the second print variant. It's got that's the one that had um, Ultimate Killmonger, Ultimate Storm, Ultimate Black Panther, and then the Khonshu and Ra, which was supposed to be like a separated version of Moon Knight right now. Juan Cortez says that the overproduction of comics is killing all the LCSs. They have no choice but to have massive discounts. Good for the buyer, but definitely bad for the business. Well, I mean, see, this is where it comes down to when it comes to like the rent, right? Um, you got to look at your overhead, right? Like you still got to pay the rent, you still got to pay electricity, you still got to pay for water, then you still got to have employees. So yeah, after the day is done, man, you still gotta do pay for all this freaking shit and freaking hope that you scrounge out just a little bit of freaking money to do all that stuff. Um, and it hasn't gotten better. Like I've known a lot of comic shops that it was the rent that freaking was the freaking worst, or it was like getting credit, like because you bought a whole bunch of fucking comics that you thought were going to be the thing, and it just didn't freaking pan out. So sometimes when people go like, "Man, I went to my comic book shop and the hot book of the week they rose it for like $50," it's like, man, like they're look, they're trying to freaking pay the fucking rent because they know how much they can sell it on eBay for. They're just trying to make it available to you, right? DT says the Sills 1 in 10 and the Lotte 1 in 25 for issue 1 in 25. Penthouse prices to the moon. You know what? I think I fucked up, man, because despite selling, I think I sold 30 copies. if I'm not mistaken. I think I sold 30 copies, but I think the only one I got was the 1 in 10 coming. So yeah, I kind of fucked up on that one. Um, Late Night Comic says I'm interested in the Khonshu and Ra. Might pick up and read. Yeah, that's the. I think that's the only like true like first appearance that's in that book. So they're like these two different entities that are now working together, and I think it was the whole Khonshu and Ra ever since the Moon Knight series that you're trying to work in, because it kind of makes sense because they're kind of African gods, but now they're kind of it's weird, man. Let's see. My LCS is making killing on One Piece cards. It's also someone paid $70 for 4 packs. God damn. For you talking about for the penthouse joints? Yep. And then there we go. Moon Man #1. That boss logic for Ultimate Spider-Man. Excuse me, for Black Panther, still making a killing. He was selling for like $50. And then that Ultimate X-Men. For all-time comics, there wasn't nothing really relevant out there, so I decided to go and see like what were the big books that sold this week. I don't know if I can trust these numbers, but I'm gonna just put this out there. That Raw Chamber of Chills number 19, 9500, Detective Comics number 66, which is the first appearance of Two Face, is a 1.8, went for 7600. A giant size X-Men #1 sold for 7500. A Mad #1 7.0, the first issue of Mad 1952, that sold for 6300. The first Flash comic, Flash #105, first Flash comic Amber Master 5350. Not sure what that means. First Flash comic. And Incredible Hulk #181 sold for 5100. And then Fantastic Four 5, first appearance of Doctor Doom. Okay, that makes sense. 3.5 sold for $4,800. All right, one more sip before we go into mm, some of the stuff that came out. New comic book days. Some of the stuff that I can confirm is definitely sold out at the retailer level. Excuse me, at the at the retailer and distributor level. That this Lucio Perillo, this freaking beautiful, gorgeous joint. This one, it was selling for the 29.99. Definitely had the freaking numbers to go. Um, just good stuff. Oh, and look who just popped in. I didn't hear the little beep.
Oh, that's all good.
How long you been there?
Like, you were your slide was on the Ultimates stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so not that long. Like
Okay.
maybe a couple minutes. I had just finished medicating myself, so
Oh.
after the
How's it going,
haunted,
man?
it's going good. So long time no see. So I was like, oh, I don't want him sitting on here alone. So I'll jump on for a bit.
It is what it is. I know you guys you just got off the top 10. You guys had a really good show. Um,
A lot of fun.
man, you guys, but Red Hood, man, he wasn't on there. Is he feeling okay? What's going on?
He's been sick for the last couple days, so
Oh, that fucking sucks,
yeah,
man.
yeah. So the flu, because I guess it's like the end of the season, so it has to attack all at once, right?
Yeah, remember when it was just the flu that you had to worry about? Now you got to worry about the fucking flu, fucking RSV, COVID, SARS, and all this other shit. Damn.
Name a disease, it's probably coming to a city near you.
Juan Cortez is saying that he's. I don't know if were able to make it to your LCS, but this is what some of the people have been talking about. That his local LCS was selling 1 in 100 comics for $8.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's some stores that are just trying to get rid of inventory to generate like more cash and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. It's coming up on tax season. You're trying to get your inventory squared away because what you report on for your inventory towards the end of the tax season can make a big difference, right? So this is the time to get all that stuff squared away. So that's probably why.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, so right now I'm just doing the stuff that was kind of like that I can see is sold out at the distributor level. First one was that Thundercats #1, that Lucio Perillo. This DC Red Hood, the Hill. Does that say 0? Yes, Red Hood, the Hill 0. I haven't had a chance to read it yet because for some reason DC didn't send us our shit, or maybe Al fucked up and didn't send me the shit. Fantastic Four. This one was actually a pretty interesting read, the way they're trying to work it. But I definitely like this Hildebrand joint. What's up?
Yeah, I did see this. Like, on Wednesday, I was able to go to a LCS when they like first opened, and I actually saw this still on the wall. Like by the time I got there late, like maybe 10:15, 10:20.
Now, was it the regular cover or the version cover?
The version cover.
I was asking, is that Red Hood any good? I don't know. I'm gonna freaking read it, but I do know is that I think on Comic Crusaders, the old timers, they'll probably review it and talk about it.
Nice.
What the fuck is this one? Is Batman #142, the cover F variant Seppi Chemicoli foil cover. I guarantee you, yeah, it's gonna look gorgeous in person.
Oh yeah, definitely. Isn't there a second print for that too?
Probably, yeah, probably.
I think it's like I think there's a second print and it's like faced the opposite way, and then I can't remember what else, but like I think the ha-has are like black, and then like the background's like the blue and purple or something like that. It's like the inverse of it, but like the Joker work looks kind of the same.
The one hand #1 cover A regular Lawrence Campbell, blah blah blah. Tom, there was like 2 or 3 of these covers for the one hand, and they sold out. Each and every one of these sold out. So I don't know whether this has already been optioned or not. It's like one of those old detective freaking comics shit, but it's got like a serial killer in it.
Oh, okay.
So it's definitely freaking script ready. It's ready. It's ready.
Did you watch the Hot 10? Do you know about that 1 per store or whatever, or the secret variant? Do you know anything about that?
Okay. For this one?
Yeah, for this book, because this just came out this week, right?
Yes.
So there's like a secret variant or something like that, or
so people must be buying the shit out of it, hoping they can get the secret variant.
Yeah, because I saw the secret variant on New Comic Book Day, but I didn't know what it was. So I was like, kind of like, if I knew it was a secret variant or anything like that, then I would have been like, yeah, I'll pick that up. But I had no idea what it was. So I was like, kind of like, oh, I thought it was just a variant, like a.
So fuck. I'll have to look through my emails later to see if Image actually mentioned that there was a secret variant. If not, fuck you, Image. Fuck you. I mean, Star Trek Stronger Together. This one weirdly sold out. I think this was there was a regular cover, and then there was a 150 Lando, and they sold out.
It's because of the reptilian like conspiracy theories, right?
Yeah. And then I forget who the dude in the middle. The dude in the middle was like the FBI officer. I forget the old FBI guy. Then this one is the Sensational She-Hulk #5, cover F by Pablo Villalobos.
Yeah, he's local. Lobos, like he lives in the Houston area.
Have you met him yet?
Several times. Yeah, the funny story is I actually met him in Florida before I met him in Texas. Like we live probably like 15 minutes away, and I met him in Florida.
Okay, so Manny the Comic Collector is asking, do you think those 12,000 lost copies of Ultimate Black Panther will ever resurface?
Yes.
Yes. So the reason why I think they will is because it's been over what 3 to 4 days since Bleeding Fool came out with that freaking article. PRH has not admitted it to any of the retailers and said, "Hey, this is what's going on." They have not allocated. They have not say, "Hey, we're going to allocate this or that, the other thing." They didn't start shutting down or saying that they were out of stock on the stuff till maybe Thursday. Thursday morning was when I noticed that the things started to say it was out of stock. Um, so if it was right, they probably would have found out like where it went, and it probably went to somebody that it probably shouldn't. There, it's probably or it's making its way back to where it's supposed to be, or maybe it got mislabeled or some shit like that. Um, but you can't just say, well, it's oh, we just freaking lost it. That's a weird way to fucking put it, man. They just probably, yeah, it just probably
Multiple
went to the wrong
pallets.
people.
Yeah, multiple
Yeah,
pallets missing. Like that doesn't
yeah,
make sense.
yeah. Because that's just 12,000, right? So think about it. There's like 100. There's like 95 books in each little box, and then you can fit two of those boxes in one of the ship boxes, and then on the pallet there's 12 pallets or 12 of those boxes can fit on a
One
pallet.
pallet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're talking about multiple pallets of that shit. Just poof, just freaking gone. You don't nah. Everybody getting
Yeah.
fired after that shit. You know.
Oh,
Uh,
it probably just got misplaced. I would assume like lost in like transportation, right? Or just
mhm,
got distributed to the wrong area or something like that.
yeah. Now another theory, if you want to put on your conspiracy hat, right,
Mm.
is you delay the shit out of that stuff and you just put out there like, oh, we freaking think there's freaking losses, um, or shit freaking got lost, and then you have other entities go out and you start buying these comics for ridiculous fucking prices, right? So while I'm selling this shit for like $4.99, all of a sudden my shit was getting sold out. I'm like, oh, because I sell on eBay. I'll sell it for like $5 a pop.
Mm. Do you cap out how many would you actually put on there to
Yeah.
get kind of okay?
hmm Yeah, I always cap it, right? As long as I can see it in freaking Penguin, I always cap it. Like, I'll sell 5, and then next time I'll just freaking, I'll put maybe 5 or 10. And people, it was weird. The numbers were weird because people kept fucking buying the shit out of it. And I was like, okay, well, let me go ahead and freaking raise the fucking price.
So
And then I rose
so
it.
yeah,
Then I
I did
rose it to
that.
20. And then I
Yeah.
rose it to 20. And then people were buying at 20. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, and then I rose it to 35. Then I rose it to fucking 50. And people were still buying the shit out of it. And I'm like, and I was fucking around. I was just trying to get people to fucking stop buying the shit by raising it to fucking $50.
Oh, when you
And
can
people
buy
ask
it
me.
for when you can buy it from someone else for a much cheaper
Mm.
price.
So there's
So,
still definitely some
so
fucking going on.
so the same thing happened to me like when I was on a smaller scale when I was selling those Danielle Fishel cards. Like, she's sh- you know, actress from Nostalgia show Boy Meets World or whatever.
Mm.
So I had them on eBay. I had a couple listed for like I don't know $10, which was like maybe like a few dollars less than like what a few others have sold. Those eventually sold out. Then I raised it to 15. Sold like maybe 5 more, and then those sold out. And I was like, how high are these going? And then and then I kept 6 to grade to mark up on that premium or whatever because Tops Now cards grade pretty nicely because it's straight from the manufacturer, and then they encase them in like cases that are meant for only a few cards,
Yeah,
like where they'll send like one card like that,
yeah.
and then with the protection and the padding and all that, it actually when you send them out to grade, it ends up pretty good.
That's fucking ridiculous. But
Mm.
I think that there's definitely fuckery afoot. Somebody's out
Oh,
there is buying fucking ridiculous amount because I did the math on it, right? So 12,000 copies. If you're just selling it at the regular price for $5.99, that's $75,000, right? Easy money. That's easy money, right? But if all of a sudden the numbers jump up to $50 per, all of a sudden those 12,000 copies are now worth $700,000.
oh, wow.
And then you just get to freaking just kind of shove them out there kind of slowly, man. Just kind of freaking just put them out there slowly. Yeah. Now,
Or
with
multiple entities or whatever, depending on
mm,
I mean, because like on that kind of scale of like selling that many books, like there's no way one person can do this. It has to be multiple people involved.
yeah, yeah. And the thing is, you don't want to do it all at once, right? You don't
Yeah,
want to do it all in the first month. You want
right.
to do it over a year, right?
Yeah,
Just keep selling it, and you want it to get just crazy enough so that when it gets up to $100, right? Then you can freaking start putting it out there, right? You just sell it off, let it freaking slowly jump up to $100. Then you freaking put it out there. Maybe people feel like that they're lucky to get it, right? And when it jumps up to 100, then you freaking drop it. Put a little copy out there that's at 75,
yeah,
right? People feel they're lucky to get it, and it's man, 12,000 copies worth.
yeah.
Yeah. Um.
Someone's not getting paid enough at one of their jobs somewhere down the line.
Oh,
It's all it amounts to.
yeah. Juan Cortez says he's wondering if you're wondering why he hasn't dropped everything to buy some because life happens. Small fender bender and insurance total lost my car. Fuck,
Yeah,
man.
that
I
sucks.
hope you're okay, man. Because I know parts for cars and all that shit is expensive as fuck. You know. Hey, what's going on, Dre? How's it going, man? Uh,
Ew.
any comic collector says his LCS still has copies of Ultimate Black Panther for $30 a pop and one per customer. Bring in your fucking wife,
Mm.
or don't freaking buy it. Let's just wait till they find the 12,000 copies and start pushing that stuff out. And I guarantee you, once they find those and start pushing those out, the prices will drop. Will drop. Now, Late Night Comics says he'll wait for a second or third print. I think that's the smart play because the characters that people are chasing are on the cover of the second print. Right,
Mm.
that's what supposedly pushed this whole thing is the second print and the people that were on the second print. So uh also that came out this week was Star Wars Mace Windu #1 cover D Taryn Clark variant. I believe there was a first appearance in this one. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees #3, the cover C incentive 1 of 10. I finally got caught up on this shit. I've read it and it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's a serial killer freaking story, but with animals.
Oh, okay. See, I got issues 2 and 3 to kind of try to catch up to it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's it's good. It's taking its freaking time, and it's trying to definitely freaking drop you into like the serial killer vibe, or like, hey, this town's got a serial killer on the loose. So
It's it,
it's good.
do we call it the Dahmer effect then?
Well, we got to see what the serial killer. If they ever reveal who the serial killer is, what the serial killer was doing with the bodies. Was he just killing just to be killing, or were they killing to be eating?
Mm.
Because then you got animals. It's like, okay, kill Miss Piggy. Is it because you were hungry? Fuck. We'll see. All right, so let's go to take gonna do a couple of these, then we're gonna take a quick break for some of the books that were on FOC. There's a shitload of stuff that was on FOC this week. Let me make sure I can see some of this ahead of time. But here we go with Avengers Book 2. This is going to be the second print. First appearance of Thunderbolts. There's a new type of Captain America that was in the freaking book. A new Bullseye that was in there. I'm trying to remember. Was the kids for Kamala Khan, were they in the first or the second book? I'm trying to remember. I think they were in this one. I think they were in this one.
I'm
So
trying to remember what Richie was saying about this because I haven't read it. So
he did mention Bullseye and the Thunderbolts. But you know what? In fact, you know what I do have? I do have a copy right here that I can take a quick look at. Yep, and there they are. She's in her house,
Sir
and there's her
Christopher the
kids. Yep,
Sir Christopher the Great is saying Bullseye is in number 2.
yep. And then there's your Avengers Twilight number. Forget what number this is. It's probably going to be number 3. Here's your Simone Bianchi. Got quite a few covers for these. So I'm kind of wondering if you look at Thor's helmet,
Mm-hmm.
kind of looks like Loki.
Oh, because of the coloring and the
Well,
shape.
if you look, you got the horns.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the color is normal for Thor, but the horns on the helmet look like
Oh,
Loki.
like just kind of glancing at the horns, it kind of had that like green tint to it, but it could just be
Mhm.
the lighting
That's
or the
true.
shadows.
See, here we go again. The horns are kind
Oh,
of large.
yeah, and then at the angle it's that too.
Let's see. Remember, this version of Thor is not in good graces like the unworthy Thor. All right, Star Wars Darth Vader.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's like that drawing, like that mural or whatever.
Yeah. Because young people like to do graffiti. Sir Christopher Grease says he was accused of killing Odin in this Ultimate Universe. Well, is the Avengers Twilight part of the whole Ultimate Universe deal? I don't think it is. I think there's a different thing. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, because there's that unlimited series, right? Or
Yeah,
ultimate series
yeah.
that's supposed to like be like every other part of the universe. Um, did that come out yet, or is that coming out soon? I think that's coming out
Well,
soon.
well, there's Ultimate Invasion and there's Ultimate Universe. The Ultimate Universe already came out.
Okay.
There's your Sabretooth for Wolverine number 42, second print. Lionel Yu.
Well, that's kind of cool. That's playing off the decapitated Sabretooth.
Mm. What?
Honestly, I can't tell at this point.
There's like a whole bunch of colors just rushing towards Aaron right now. Power Pack versus Brood, looks like. I don't know why they keep bringing back the Power Pack. John Romita Jr. is Amazing Spider-Man, which is fine. But then there's your 1-100 for this one, which is homage to Avengers 16.
I'm surprised they're still doing this. Those Disney 100.
Yeah, because we're now at a year 101 for Disney.
Yeah,
And they're
but they're
still
doing
doing
what 60 years of Avengers.
Ugh.
I mean, but that's like the super Disney thing to do though, right? Like the every 5 year, 10 year,
Milk the
25 year
shit out of
mark.
everything.
Yeah, just a 50 year, 60 year now, 75 until you get to 100, right? And then you got to restart.
Where are we
Oh,
going to be at year? Yeah. Symbiote
that's
Spider-Man 2009 missed minutes.
I like the idea of the cover, but I'm kind of like tired of Miss Minutes covers until she
Yeah,
shows up in a comic. Like
exactly. What the fuck?
like what's the point? Unless it's like some grand scheme kind of thing of
Yeah.
that she's always been there at some point in time.
Oh yeah. By the way, I don't think I've ever shared this one. So if you go back and watch Loki, and you go back, remember I forget what the dude's name is. The dude that's like the mechanic that wrote the fucking book.
Oh,
Yeah,
the what is his name? The Asian actor.
yeah. I forget.
Uh,
It wasn't he was the same guy from Indiana Jones, right? Little kid.
yeah.
Yeah. Round Eyes. I'm calling him Round Eyes. Or
Okay.
was that his Round Eyes? Short Round. Short Round. That's
Sure.
what it is. Short
Yeah.
Round. Right. Um, if you go back to his workshop, there's a couple of scenes. There is, and even in the end credits, there is a model or a forerunner for Miss Minutes there. There's like a little watch or like a little clock with googly eyes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So,
it's very possible that that dude was the one that actually built Miss Minutes.
or created a program for instance,
Hmm.
or like wrote I guess the code, right?
Yeah. So
I mean, that would make sense, honestly.
more to Thor. I'm caught up to more to Thor, and I just don't give a shit. It's Mace
Mace Windu.
Windu. I've read it. It's not good.
It's not good.
It's not good. There's
The
some
covers are
Carnage. As I don't like Carnage and I don't like Venom, but you know what? I think they're actually just now getting ready to tie it together and make it make some fucking sense. I feel like you don't have to read it, but if you do read the last issues of Carnage and the last issues of Venom, now I think that's a good starting point. I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and freaking get into like some actual stuff that might actually be some good stuff.
uh,
Awesome Sauce Radio. What's going on, Blind Adam? Freaking, you do have the link in your Instagram.
um so I always appreciate Carnage art and Venom art, but I I, I just can't get into the stories to be complete. It just doesn't interest me for whatever reason. And I like sci-fi a lot, which is the weird part.
It's just okay. Yeah, they need somebody to
I
take
mean,
over and just like
I
put it
get
out
the
there.
appeal. Don't get me wrong. I get the appeal for other people.
There's a pretty good Spider-Gwen cover, but this is for Carnage.
That does not make sense, but okay.
Spider-Gwen Smash.
Is it like Carnage Month or something like that?
I don't know, but this one is David Nakayama.
That's
And
kind of cool.
who's the chick that's in a Carnage suit?
See, I don't know. I did get the first issue, so I'll probably have to read it to find out.
Yeah. Yeah, Spider-Gwen number 2. Yeah. Spider-Gwen number 1, Spider-Gwen number 2. Here's Dazzler.
Nice. That
House
looks.
of X-Men. Yeah.
At first glance, that looks like a Star Wars cover.
Alex Ross Cyclops cover.
like that. Who did this cover?
Sure. Great Polaris cover.
Yeah.
Looks like this one's going to be a 1 in 100. Bubblegum cover.
Headshot bubblegum cover. It looks like a sketch that someone drew at a con real quick.
And it's issue number 3. I mean, it's good drawing. It's just like too many fucking people, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. This was.
I may never get to draw these characters again.
Yeah. Watch this. I'm gonna watch these motherfuckers. I'm gonna draw the shit out of these fucking characters. Like, man, what you shit?
I'm gonna get that Marvel contract. See, that's kind of cool with the background. I like the sketch makes no sense, but with the background and everything, that kind of looks dope. It's like a bubblegum ad or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mark Brooks has this bubblegum cover, and then the black and white, that's 1 of 50.
What's
Just
the
like the Colossus is 1 of 50 version. The Polaris, that Polaris joint, this one right here. Yep, this one right here. That's 1 of 25.
Oh, it's a 1 of 25. Okay, so it's attainable. Nice.
And then the version of this one, that's a 1 of 100. Pepe Larraz.
What about the colored bubblegum?
I think that's just
Open order.
Yeah, I think that's just open order.
Oh wow.
Yep, just open order.
See, we got to be smoking to make the that is the sketch of 1 in 50 when you can make the color version like a 1 in 50, right? You pay open order prices for the incomplete cover, pay full price for or pay incentive prices for the full colored.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's all you got to do. On FOC, buy the regular shit. Sell the shit out of that stuff. Get your money up, and then you can, if you want to, go ahead and buy the version. That's my strategy. Ouroboros. Not sure what that means. Aliens. There's going to be some new characters in this one, and this one is Aliens, Black, White, and Blood. I've read this one. It's gory as fuck. It's the way it should be.
Oh, that's dope. Okay.
It's really gory, man. It's the way it should be. Like, and because it's mostly black and white, and the red and there's blood. The blood doesn't show up until it's supposed to. It pops even more.
Oh, that sounds sick.
Yeah,
yes.
so you just have the dude fucking just chilling, eating a fucking sandwich, and then all of a sudden you see where the jelly is supposed to be coming out. Now you see blood and shit, and then all of a sudden you see this fucking alien just pop out of fucking nowhere. So,
hell yeah,
this is good.
That sounds sick.
This one is the 1 in 25, Alan Qua.
Okay.
This one is amazing. This one is the Diwali, just open order.
What?
Yes.
That is insane. I mean, if you had blind tested me, like, hey, which one do you think is the incentive? I would have pointed at this one.
Thomas asking, how is the interior art? It's amazing. It's fucking amazing because, once again, it delves you. So it delves you into the regular human world. Humans just doing human things, right? And then all of a sudden, it takes you into this vibe like, oh, there is something fucking wrong. Like, why the fuck has my 15, 20 fucking cattle just falling on their fucking side sick? And then hold up,
let me go for trusting a cow, bro.
And then they say, oh, let me go ahead and get my flashlight to fucking see what the fuck is going on. And all of a sudden, there's these big ass fucking holes in your fucking cows. Oh shit, what the fuck?
It's a holy cow.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Blind Adam?
What's up,
Not much, man.
Adam?
What's up, Aaron?
Chilling.
You look like you definitely just woke up.
Yep.
I haven't laid down yet, so.
This is the Ultimate Black Panther second print I'm talking about. There's Killmonger, Shuri, Storm, Okoye, right? But in this universe, Okoye is Black Panther's wife. Well, they're always his wives, but she's like the first wife.
Did they ever consummate the marriage? Is there
That's how we see her. That first panel we see her, they're consummating the marriage. It's already done.
But what are they sleeping in separate beds and shit?
What's that? No, that's I don't. I'm not. I'm not sure where you're going with that. But I think the thing that people will be most interested in is that the two characters down there. There's the white character and then there's the black character. That's the Khonshu and Ra character that were supposed to be a part of Moon Knight. Whereas Moon Knight in other universes, he's just one character. But in this universe, the Ultimate Universe, he's two characters, Khonshu and Ra, these two individuals.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I did read it, so I should have.
And then Ultimate Black Panther, this is issue number 2. Here's Ultimate Storm. And she kind of does show up in issue number 1.
She's like mentioned in like
Edwin Aguilera says, I saw somewhere that they have 2 kids. Well, in Marvel Voices Legends number 1 that came out a couple weeks ago, they have grandkids. Yeah, so they have 2 grandkids, Tafuma and Zalika. Here's Killmonger. And then that's your Ultimate Shuri. Here's your Ultimate Black Panther. There's a What If Venom, where Wolverine now has the Venom symbiote.
it's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, here's your 1 in 10 design variant.
Oh, but there's been Venomized Wolverine covers before.
There's Venomized Marvel Universe joints before. All that shit. See, they fucking shot their fucking wad years ago, and now they want us to fucking pay for it again. It's like, look, we've already seen that shit before.
Well, I mean, if these take off, those originals, I guess, would take off too, right?
Maybe.
Potentially.
Maybe. But they're not going to do anything. If they said, hey, we're actually going to do a Disney Plus What If with Wolverine and the Venom symbiote, okay. I can see that.
Well, I mean,
do that.
I mean, if they're going to tease something like that, they should have something prepared for the next year at the very least, right? While it's still fresh in people's minds. This is how many years later? Like at least 3 or 4.
True.
Like, you basically have like a new class that doesn't give a shit.
By the way, this one right here, that's a 1 in 25 by Kyle Holtz.
I like Kyle Holtz's art. I'm not sure about this cover though.
Yeah. I'm not sure whether it's supposed to be Wolverine, Venom, or fucking Poison Ivy. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. A lot of mushrooms.
The moldy version.
Yeah.
Moldy symbiote.
Dead X-Men. And then we go to the black-white bullshit. The Rian Gonzalez. Whoops. Black Widow and Hawkeye. And then there we go. That is the art germ that I've been talking about. And that one is a 1 in 100.
Looks like there's like Easter eggs, like stuff in the background.
Could be right. Yeah, it looks like.
I'm sure it's easier to tell like with the book in hand, but Or it's almost like that collage, like where a bunch of tiny pictures make up that whole picture.
That would make sense. See, that's why you should be working for Marvel, man. Instead of these jackasses.
I'm updating my resume, so so Marvel, if you're listening, and you need like IT people too, so
Oh yeah, so this headshot black and white is a 150.
I guess that would be a marketing job then, huh?
This one is a 1 in 25 Perez. I mean, yeah, well,
Versus, I guess it would be design.
yeah, it would be more design. Because marketing, those are the people that actually put out the crazy ass emails and everything.
Or have like the crazy ass ads.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
see, here's where it gets crazy. Because why do I need to buy 1 in 100 if I just got this one for a regular qualifier?
Because they're stupid.
And then here we go, open qualifier. This one is an Adam Hughes.
this isn't very good. I don't like this. It doesn't
I'll
like
take this over that one. I'll take this over spending. How much is each one?
Is it $6.99, $5.99?
$4.99.
Okay.
So that art gem is going to be $250 for the retailers.
Yeah. I would hedge my bets on this over that.
Did everyone at Marvel have a meeting and say let's see who can draw the shittiest looking cover?
Is this Lobos?
Let's see, Jackpot and Black Cat. They just love putting these two together, don't they?
Hell yeah! My dream fantasies, bro.
This one is an Adam Hughes, actually.
Okay.
Open order.
That was my original first guess, but then I was like, kind of like the heavier lines, kind of maybe leading towards Lobos.
Now this one is Pablo Villalobos.
Wow.
And this one is a 1 in 25.
Nice. This is a good one too.
Yeah, this one is who is this? Elizabeth Torque, 1 in 100.
Okay.
This is a Yoon, 1 in 100.
It's decent. Yeah, it's pretty good, I guess.
And this one is a 1 in 50 Black Cat, Tim Hildebrandt.
Nice.
This one is my favorite, the two girls in the strip club.
Yeah.
There's literally like
two guys in the back.
Yeah.
You can't tell me there's no fucking in the strip club, Adam.
Yes, there is.
Not in the champagne room,
There's literally a pole in between them while they're fucking dancing. So I don't know.
I don't think that's meant to be a pole, but it definitely looks like it. It's like the split between like two panels, right?
You can't tell me any difference, man. Can't tell me any different.
Oh yeah. There's no difference.
Yeah, that's the Sean Galloway Saturday morning variant. I guess this is the one for the kids. And then this is your Joey Vasquez. Open order, your Yoon. This one is a Emilio Lizo foil variant. This one is $5.99. Oh, excuse me, $5.50.
I wonder if that shadowing is going to play really well with the foil.
I bet it will.
Yeah, that's what like the foil like all over her body, right? Or both of their bodies. That's just
So
that would be
so these foils, the retailers usually get those only get like maybe 16% off or anything like that, right? So I'm looking at it and saying $5.50. If you guys are trying to get any copies of this one and you don't want to feel like spending $7 on it, just let me know and I'll freaking hook you guys up. Richard Hildebrand, Black Hammer. Okay, now we're just getting into the indies. Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures, The Nefarious Niv Trendau. Yeah, just keeping an eye out on these dark horse Star Wars High Republic stuff because they have been popping in a lot of new first appearances in these.
First appearances in a Star Wars book. That's like every Wednesday now.
Yeah, the thing is, they just gotta unfuck their whole situation because the last few projects that Star Wars has put out, that was stuff was under Kathleen Kennedy. The fans have not been happy with.
The
As a
Panaverse.
result, the comic books have not been sales have not been good. So they just need to steer right back into the right direction, and then
And
you're gonna
take
see
away
this stuff pop
the
off
Panda
again.
Stone from Kathleen Kennedy.
Well, I mean, they probably could have seen that coming, like when you're doing like comic adaptations of what's being seen on screen, or
Yeah.
or at least on Disney Plus or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
Actually,
then
the comics should come first, then the freaking projects and the freaking movies.
right, exactly. Like any criticism you get from the comics should be like, considered when making the film or whatever, that you can correct or whatever.
Well, I can tell you this is we do actually have an ability to do something. So, what you can do is because once again there is a vote coming up. If you're a Disney stockholder, especially April 5th, April
Mhm.
5th. So there's 3 new guys trying to be a part of be a part of the board. You can send these guys an email, say, "Hey, I will vote for you if you do this." And make sure that this happens and that thing and this other thing happens.
Do you need a minimum amount of shares to vote?
One.
Oh, okay.
One. Now, will your one make much of a
The
difference?
difference.
Maybe not, but at least you can put it in their head, like, "Hey, this is what we're thinking. This is what we want to see." You say,
Or
"Hey."
at least our intern will read our email,
Mhm.
Their assistant, the assistant to the assistant will read the email,
Mhm.
depending on how high up on the food chain they are.
But
Bored. You're talking bored. Like, I don't think you can go any higher than that, right?
yeah, the board. Yeah, the board is the highest. Yeah.
Yeah, unless you're like founder of the company. Like, I think that's the only way you can go any higher. But it would depend on your
I'd send it straight to Mickey Mouse, but I owe that dude some money.
yeah.
Let's see. Count Crowley number 3. I kind of like this cover. This character, she's just ripe for some type of adaptation. It's just Dark Horse and Embracer Group. Look at that fucking thing. It's just fucking gorgeous. They just need to get their shit together.
Yeah. I can't wait to start seeing video games like made out of some of these comics.
You would think, right?
They should be.
Blue Book. That was a James Tynion freaking thing.
Oh,
but
wow,
they
that's
went.
still going.
Well,
Yeah.
no,
this is 1947 though.
well, the whole
So-
series was already written out on Substack. Like, I remember reading Blue Book issue 1 like a year before the actual release. Like I read the first story arc.
I gotta freaking read the first Blue Book, see how that freaking turned out, because it was an interesting concept.
Yeah.
The Goon, Them That Don't Stay Dead, Part 1 of the Dark Horse. Glass and Bones, Star Trek, cover A. I think I've told everybody what their Paramount's plans for Star Trek is that they're going to do some more what ifs, bring the what ifs back and kind of combine into the actual future. It's going to be interesting what they're going to do, but they're going to start with the pre-Picard, pre-James Shatner stuff, and they're going to focus on that so that they can, because they know that if they do it that way, then they can rewrite the meaning of the other stuff and then go from there because they kind of pigeonhole themselves.
Please tell me there's a Star Trek Rosa cover.
Let's see.
I'm gonna laugh if it's this one.
Which company is this? This was IDW, right? So
Yep.
this is Star Trek.
It looks like issue 18.
No, this is cover B by Rod Reese,
Okay.
and this is your 1 in 10 by Bartok.
Mm.
So no Raza this week.
Or was it Aha doing Star Trek covers? I think it was Aha, wasn't it? Or Aja?
No, Raza did a couple.
Okay, Raza did
Raza
some too.
definitely- yeah.
Okay,
They were pretty good too.
Yeah.
Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, issue number 4. That looks freaking amazing, right there.
I like all those classic looking books where it has the frame around it, and then you get that nice little portrait in a round egg shape or whatever. It's like every volume 1 book basically.
Mm-hmm. Until Destiny of Foot Clan number 1, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cover A, San Luco. That's Karai on the cover. That's Shredder's granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So in some of the earnings calls and some of the media stuff, there's 3 characters that IDW has indicated that they have prioritized. Uh-oh. Here we go. Spidey
Oh.
Hunter, what's going on, brother?
What's
What's going on, y'all? What's good?
Chilling. How are you?
Good, up late.
It's a munching hour, huh?
Yeah, man. Especially after being on with Adam early and stuff.
Oh, you jumped in here with Adam? Nice.
Yeah, it was on Awesome Sauce Radio.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was watching for a little bit.
Okay.
I got the message while I was up at fucking Chuck E. Cheese and shit.
Cool, you want the cheese?
Yeah.
Does the pizza still taste the same after all these years?
I don't know, man.
Cardboard with pasta sauce.
I was out there fucking around with the fucking non-alcoholic beer. So
Okay.
Are you in the ball pit?
Wait, I thought Chuck E. Cheese used to serve alcohol.
they do, but I'm on a non-alcoholic kick right now.
They let parents get
Oh,
drunk
really?
in the place? That's not a good mix, man.
So are we calling this sober chat Sundays?
You should, right?
Yeah, 'cause you haven't been drunk in...
well, with your appearance though, I think that sober went out the door. Right?
Oh yeah, I mean I don't count on this.
Yeah,
So,
I don't care either.
I mean, but that's why I always show up to this show because it's a come as you are show. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been drinking this Budweiser Zero stuff, man, and it's not bad. Oh yeah, so IDW has indicated there's 3 main comic book characters that they plan on fleshing out. Number 1 is Karai, which is Shredder's granddaughter. Number 2 is The Last Ronin, of course, because they've got several book projects, as well as a video game coming out.
I'm excited to try the video game.
Yeah, it looks good. The shots that I've seen so far looks really good. And then there is the Timekeeper. It's this lady that she can go back and forth in time whenever she wants, and apparently at some point I think Donatello got a hold of her staff, and he did the same thing and everything. But those are the 3 characters. So if you guys are interested in any type of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles freaking speculation, that's the direction you might want to go.
Is IDW associated with the video game portion then of it?
Yes.
Oh,
the only IP.
That's exciting.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
dang,
yeah.
I might buy another block.
so don't go crazy at 50. Remember, wait till 39 cents or 40.
It dropped back down to like 41 or something like that.
Yeah, so it's at 43 right now. It was actually at 40 earlier today, and I was like, oh, bet I'm gonna put in a block for like 39, everything. But as soon as I came in there, a whole bunch of motherfuckers came in like asking me for shit. Like, man, what the fuck you doing, man? I hate when people ask me to do work on a fucking Friday, man. Fuck y'all, motherfuckers. Especially those motherfuckers that like want you to do a meeting on a
Oh,
fucking
in the
Friday at
afternoon?
the afternoon.
Dude, fuck
In the
those people.
afternoon, bitch.
It's like
oh,
it's like I'm already in my car like picking up groceries, so I don't have to like do anything this weekend.
God bless their little souls and their little hearts, man. They thinking they're actually doing something.
Man, it's amazing. Like so I work at a college campus. It just clears out at 3 p.m. Friday. 3 p.m. Friday, you can count for like no one to be on campus.
You bet, man. Because fuck that.
Just the people that are playing the stupid politics game or whatever. That like, oh, I can stay here longer than you.
Yeah, nah.
It's like I was here for 8 hours later.
Nah, I'm not playing that fucking game. Nope. So for that Santa Luca cover, there is going to be a 1 in 25 for that one, and let me tell you, like in between this and the trade dress, the Virgin definitely looks better. I'm just not sure I see anything that's listed that says that there's going to be anything new or anything. It's just a good looking cover.
Yeah.
Do I want to buy 25 of the other ones? I don't fucking. That's the thing is I don't know. Maybe these. I guess some people have been buying some of these. These are the Dia de los Muertos freaking covers.
But these always historically do
I know
well.
people are putting sets of those together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
they spread the release date out of those covers like crazy.
Yeah.
but,
So
I mean, they did the same thing with their best of covers too, right? That were like
True.
pretty
But
mediocre.
those came out. Those came out at least a little, sequential. Didn't the first
Right.
one come out like last year, October or something like that?
What for this?
Yeah, the Raphael one.
It came out like around the end of October, beginning of November, I think.
Yeah, it fit with Halloween.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that's when that holiday is, so it makes sense.
But yeah, so I guess I'll take you guys' advice. I'll get 25 of just this fucking cover, and then so I can get this fucking cover.
Nice.
My Little Pony. So here's the difficulty with this. The Hasbro, the activists for the activists, excuse me, the activists investors for Hasbro are pissed. They're like, hey, we got all these fucking IPs and you guys aren't fucking doing shit. As well as the ones from Mattel. Right. So you're going to see a whole bunch of stuff this year, or at least after the halfway point of just stuff coming out of nowhere as they try and appease the investors. Like I saw that My Little Pony is teaming up with Reebok for some shoes and shit.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It was My Little Pony, Bluey, and I forget who else it was. But yeah, you're gonna see a whole bunch of random shit, and probably some announcements of like TV series, movies, and what have you.
Crocs is already doing it.
Are they?
They've done stuff with Cars, Toy Story. What else? There's Star Wars ones now.
Yeah.
NBA. Like,
yeah, a freaking Skechers. They're teaming up with fucking Snoop of all people, man. It's gonna be
yeah, I saw that basketball shoes for that.
Yeah, fucking Skechers basketball shoes. Ain't this about a bitch?
How much do you think they paid Snoop to
Isn't
dunk?
that that's like an oxymoron? Sketcher basketball.
Snoop is like a whore, man. He does everything.
Well, I mean, he used to hang out with Martha Stewart, so it makes sense. Like, why would you not learn from like the greatest felon ever?
That is true.
Tom is saying, why the hell haven't they made a Masters movie yet? Does he mean Masters of the Universe or like Beastmasters? Because they do have a TV series on Netflix that just came out for Masters of the Universe. In fact, they've had several, like each year, 2023 and 2024. They just had like these weird TV series. One of them was done by, what's the name of the dude from Clerks, Adam?
Kevin Smith.
Yeah, Kevin Smith. He did the one.
He did
2020.
the one that's out. That's out now.
Yeah.
It was. I binged it last night during my medicated haze, and it was awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys are gonna start seeing a lot of weird shit. They're gonna try and grow for growth, which means they're gonna spend a lot of money that they shouldn't be. Especially now that there's a lot of adults that don't have the adult money that they had to fucking waste. Don't let them fool you when they say, "Oh, the economy is fucking great. The jobs are fucking rising." Nah, I've just seen a whole bunch of fucking
That's an election.
bunch of layoffs.
I would say
happening.
that the economy is great during an election year.
Yeah. Live. Oh, he wants a live action movie would be a slam dunk. Though. Okay. Casting.
Who do you cast for?
Yeah, who do you cast for? Because remember back when we were growing up in the '80s and early '90s, there was like those dudes that they were just like fucking huge and bulked up and shit, right?
Stallone, Arnold, Schwarzenegger,
And it's so bad. Yeah, it's so bad that those same dudes have to come back and play those same fucking roles because these young guys ain't doing it like that no more.
It's a shame that I think he's too old. Excuse me. It's a shame that I think he's too old. But why not just put Dongerin back in the role?
I mean, but when
Maybe
the
as his
Expendables
dad,
came
maybe?
out, when the Expendables and all that shit came out, did y'all see that as being more like satirical than actually being like trying to make it a serious action film?
It's a satire. They're being sarcastic. You know what I mean? It's not really. It's not really in the vein of like it's an action movie. It's spoofing all of their action movies that they've done. That's why it works so well with the cast that it has.
Right, and I guess they were trying to like. It's kind of like a pass the torch kind of situation too with the younger actors in it. But
that's why you see Jason Statham in it. Like he's the I think the most relevant current action star. The Beekeeper movie came out. He has nothing but action movies. The Wrath of Man. His movies are pretty much all revenge. He's either a super sadistic bad guy or he's a dad that's somewhere getting abused in a small rural town that needs some ass whipping, and he's gonna lay it out.
Yeah,
he's the only type of action hero that we have right now.
Right. So Tom is saying, well, what about the guy who plays Reacher? That motherfucker's 41. He's our age.
Not even that. But Lucas, he just now became somebody we recognize. You know what I mean? Reacher's on the second season, and everybody literally just started watching that show like about in the last 4 months. So,
that might actually be a good pick because of that, though.
But he's physically dope. He's imposing. In all honesty, I'd like to see him play a couple Marvel characters. He's just naturally.
What's crazy is that you're saying that we just started recognizing him, but apparently he played Aquaman, Arthur Curry on the CW superhero series Smallville back in 2005 through 2000.
Yeah, that was like back in the early 2000s.
Yeah. Smallville. I don't know personally. I heard of the show Smallville, but Lucas, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Ain't no point in history have I ever watched that show or it was
and he played Hank Hawk on the DC Universe HBO Max series The Titans.
He played. I found that out when I was watching Reacher. I was like, damn, this dude would be a good superhero guy. They showed a clip of him as Hawk and Dove. I'm like, okay, cool. Once again, it's like the it's like damn near like the Captain America, like Steve Rogers. He played Johnny Blaze. No one really remembers him as Johnny Blaze. That motherfucker's Captain America. So I could care less what you did before. You're doing a small studio.
Chris Evans was like 90
type of project. Huh?
Yeah.
He was Johnny Storm. He was also played the voice of Casey Jones in a TMNT movie back in 2007.
Yes, he did. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So while I do agree that he is kind of like new on the scene as far as recognition, excuse me. He's 41, man. He's not like one of these 20-year-old freaking dudes that we're gonna be like, oh man, this dude's gonna have a freaking future. This is the type of dude you can have a whole series or a whole brand on.
But Lucas, what young actors do we actually have? Like, what young actors are there in Hollywood that are actually action stars? The only I'm just trying to draw off the last action few movies. You got that young boy in the Dune series was Zendaya. He's doing action. Other than that, there are no young people. What, you got Tom Holland? Like, literally every movie is based around either Statham. You'll get the random black supporting cast badass like Demon Hanju or something, from
Right. Well,
Rebel
that's
Moon.
because yeah, but that's
What about the kids from Cobra Kai? Like, if they did like a movie or something like that, like, and then like that what's his name that's in it? He was Blue Beetle.
Yeah, but see, put it like this. Lucas probably would agree with me on this one. Studios are not going to put all of that money behind these random actors or actresses from these shows. They don't have any pull or leading power to carry a movie. I mean, for Christ's sake, look at
Especially
the
movie with
Madam Web movie. The Madam Web movie has some of the hottest actresses, I guess, going. You put it like this. All the fucking boys, all the other shows, them guys were, rock hard at that broad being Spider Woman. They're like, oh, Sydney Sweeney, oh, they're losing their goddamn minds. The broad cannot act. She got a nice pair of hooters. That's it. She cannot act. So there's no way there's no way her or Daisy, any of those people are actually gonna have the acting chops to carry an action movie. It's just gonna be crappy actors in crappy action movies. That's it. These older guys like Son from Reacher, they actually at least have the acting chops and the charisma and the likability, I believe, that people want to see. But these newer cats, it's just I don't know. I just don't get it.
It's because the younger generation, they don't want to see. They're not about this action shit, right? They're about the Harry Potter stuff. They're about the anime freaking stuff, right? They're not about spy shit. They could give a fuck about that, right? So, for instance, when I went to see Beekeeper, and I went to see Argyle, right? You know what the audience for that was? It was older people. It was me and like a whole bunch of like senior citizens. I swear to fucking God. And guess what? It did fucking well, right? It did fucking well, but it was mostly an older generation. Now, the biggest freaking movie that I have seen so far between 2023 and 2024 that the audiences went to see over and over again was number one, Barbie, right? That's because it kind of spans different demographics, and that's fine. But the other one, the biggest one, where motherfuckers were out there like uptight, was Five Nights at Freddy's because of the brand recognition from the video games. So there's a huge shift in what they can offer for right now. And that's where they got to go. They got to stop thinking, oh, we're going to grab this other bullshit, this spy bullshit, this Rambo shit, and make money. No, they got to go. They know the video games. Let's give them video game freaking movies, and it's working for them right now.
Yeah, like you said though, Lucas, the Barbie and Five Nights at Freddy are proven IPs. Yeezy, you can agree. At the time you could have went in any GameStop or anything like that. I mean, I have nephews. They love that stupid Five Nights at Freddy shit.
I worked at ThinkGeek. People would go crazy for that. Like
now, the minute they announce the movie, it's automatic that they're gonna have a built-in audience. So again, in Barbie, like you said, you have men, women, children, old, young that like Barbie. That was a hit either way. As long as they didn't overly offend anybody or portray Barbie in a non-Barbie way, that was going to be a hit no matter what. It's literally like like my man said, if they do a Masters of the Universe movie, correct me if I'm wrong, they had a crowdfunding thing for that Snake Mountain. They achieved that. They sit there and release these 40th anniversary figures last year. All of them sell out at Walmart and Target. Like that group of people. Yeah, that group of people, the Masters Universe, He-Man people, they love that entity, that IP. If you give them a correct movie, a real, movie, I guarantee you it will do well. You just have to give them what they want. The whole thing is now Hollywood is going to try and flip it, and no offense, but they're going to either make He-Man black, they're either going to make the woman be the lead like they did the cartoon, and they saw what happened with the cartoon. Everyone hated that shit because it's like you have a show called He-Man, and He-Man's not in the show. It's the same thing we were hearing they were going to do with the Blade movie. Blade wasn't supposed to really be in the movie. It was going to be more about the daughter. Get the fuck out of here. Make the movie about the characters and then introduce whatever subplot or person in the movie, but don't make it a revolve around anybody else that's not the
Right.
main character.
In fact, Spidey Hunter, I was just talking about. Well, earlier in the show, I talked about Pirates of the Caribbean. Right, they are going
Yes.
to cast a female, not just a female, a black female in the lead as Jack Sparrow going
What
forward.
the
Come
fuck?
on. Come on. And it's like, yo, it's literally one of them things like read the room. Like, okay, if the climate we're in is you're getting a lot of pushback on this kind of shit, don't push even further with the issue. Okay, cool. You make it a woman. I don't think people really gonna have a problem with the woman thing because Keira Knightley was in it, so we get the Jack Sparrow world has dope women in it. Yo, I don't recall not one black chick in any of the movies. I don't even really recall any black people in the movies. Why would you do that? Maybe for a couple other
Well,
pirates and shit
I
people.
want to see
Yeah,
a
cool.
female Jack Sparrow. I got the 2 porn parodies. Jesus Christ.
so what? Let's. Well, I mean, historically, you may be right, but historically, what needs to be clarified is like who the pirates were, right? So, for instance, a lot of the pirating, especially in the Bermuda Triangle type area, were people from the Barbados, people from Bermuda,
Lucas, we know that.
transiting stuff like slaves and
Mhm.
tobacco
No,
and
that's the truth, though. That's the
sugar
truth.
and
The movie's not gonna give us the truth. We know the truth
and
of
I,
pirates
right,
and stuff
yeah,
like
because the
that.
truth ain't fun. The truth is not fucking fun, right?
It's not,
Um, you
and it's a
know,
Oh
constant
yeah, it's
reminder.
gonna have its Hollywood spin to it, so it
Yep.
becomes commercial or whatever, not a history and lesson where
Yeah, they're not
if
gonna
you
try and make you feel bad. Yeah, they're not gonna try and make you feel bad
They
or
want to make
make
you
you.
try to become
because
a pirate.
but that's
well,
what like people go to movies for, right? Is to escape
escape.
from
Mhm.
reality
Yeah.
and to
Not
glamorize.
not have reality brought into your
Well,
movies. I
yeah,
100% agree.
because a
I
big,
want to watch a real movie. I'll watch the news.
right,
Or watch
because
a documentary. Like
There you go.
that's what those subs or something nonfiction, right? That's what
right.
that's
The news is scripted too, man.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
yes, but what's kind of missing from the movies and people kind of glaze over is, like those English freaking sailors and everything that were doing those embargoes and capturing those pirates. They were
Mhm.
specially built units to stop the pirates from taking transcendent stuff, specifically slaves, because some of the other colonies wanted to keep doing slaves. So it's like, nope, we're going to freaking stop you. So the slaves went straight to Bermuda because it was technically parts of it were technically out of the British Empire. They go to Bermuda and then take the slaves from Bermuda and take them to northeastern Maine, northern England at the freaking time. So there's a whole thing regarding the freaking pirates that they're just kind of, oh yeah, but Jack Sparrow, he's fun, right? Yeah, he's a drunk. Yeah, he's fun, right? Yeah, all right. But yeah, let's do that. But if you're gonna do it, keep it fun. Don't freaking put this other agenda equity kind of weirdness freaking in there because I don't see. Well, let me do this. I'm gonna have to go because she's in a star from the show called The Bear, apparently.
She is
So
she is good on that show, but the whole thing, Lucas, is the same issue everybody has with any
Oh,
other thing. If we
wait.
have an existing character that is, whether he's male or white or black or whatever, don't try to force like what we have like 3 or 4 of those Jack Sparrow movies. Yo, don't try to switch it on us now. It need to be a supporting character that can be black, Latino, whatever. You can play the island thing or whatever. That's cool. But if you put IP that is, I mean, let's face it, it is loved by majority of the people that are in the movie. It's like by white people, and you sit there and take a character that they like, and then automatically throw it into a female, then a minority. It's like, come on, man, y'all are doing this shit so the movie will fail and be like, oh, we gave y'all the opportunity. Look what happened. So let's keep the status quo. Instead of doing something original with this young lady, they're gonna put her in his franchise and try to. It's not gonna work.
they're gonna fuck her whole career up
That's
because
what I mean. They're gonna mess her up.
yeah, people are
have-
gonna hate her just because she's in a role, and then she's gonna say
Bingo,
some crazy
bingo,
shit. She's gonna say
bingo.
some crazy shit that just to hit back, and then people are gonna like, oh well, she's a crazy bitch anyway. And
She's
well,
difficult to work with.
Well, have you seen? Have you watched The Bear?
No,
Yeah, I've
but
seen
I
part of
definitely
it.
need to.
Yeah, she's really good in that series.
No, but
Like,
that's thing though. That's thing easy. She's good in that series. That series is the way it's acted and portrayed is way different from the world of Jack Sparrow.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not
that's what
disagreeing
I
with
mean.
you. Yeah,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not
of course.
disagreeing with that
She's
at all.
she's
Yeah,
she from I've seen a couple clips of her. She's a tremendous actress. I've seen the show a few episodes. She's dope.
yeah.
You can't take that type of quality and skill and then put it in this world and expect the same results. It's like
Oh yeah, yeah. Not
she
at
needs to be
all.
doing something different.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, especially like so early in her career and stuff like that.
Yes.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a quick break, and I'm going because I want to cue this up, and then we're going to talk about this one right after the video plays. Stand by.
Discover a place where magic is epic.
Okay, so what that was the trailer for Disney combining with Epic Games. They at the last earning call this past week, they said was they were going to buy 1.5 billion dollars, specifically focused and targeted at Fortnite. Um, Now, Aaron, I know Aaron just went off the screen.
Yes.
Did
What's
you
up?
what did you think when you saw and heard this freaking news about Disney teaming up with Fortnite? Because they teamed up before, but they decided, hey, we're gonna buy a huge portion
1.5
of
billion
1.5
into
billion.
my yeah into it. When I heard that, I was like, kind of like, I was like, oh shit, I should have bought way more shares into this like way
Should have
earlier.
bought it at 79, but
Yeah, I was kind of like, I'm just gonna hold on to what I have and then hope for like something
Yo,
crazy like this.
yo,
So
yo Lucas, I ain't ever kicked myself more and more to be mad that I didn't listen to you when you was like, yo, you should buy when it's low, you should buy when it's low. I slid it at the last minute, but it was still like, damn it, Lucas was right.
because it's still
because
going. Because what? Because it peaked out today, like at what 120
it
something,
went so went back down. So it was at 110, but it went back
yeah,
down to
yeah,
108.
yeah.
So here's the thing that you got to remember about Fridays is that on Fridays, what a lot of people do is they have an automatic kicker that because they need cash, right? So it'll just like, hey, sell at this point every freaking Friday, right? Just because a lot of people need money for the weekend and everything, so automatic does freaking, hey, I need the money, it sells, right? But what you're going to want to watch out for is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, when some of that cash will be coming back in, and then those prices should go back up unless there's some other crazy shit that happens. In fact, a lot of analysts they're putting together their assessments right now. The earliest one says, "Hey, Disney should be at 120 right now, and it's at 108. So if you want to get in at 108, I'm scared, but I think that's okay. Here's why. Um, during the earning call, not only did he say, "Hey, we're gonna freaking buy Fortnite," but he also said, "Hey, there's also another dividend coming. I think it is 24 or 28 cents or something like that, coming up in June, July." I was like, "Okay, that's whatever. You're giving me a little bit of money back." But not only that, they also said, "Hey, we are going to do a buyback program in 2024." Right. So that means if you have one or two, now it's going to be combined into like one big one. And the target for that, from some of the analysts I've seen, is that they think if it combines, it should be combining into anywhere between $250 to $300. Right. So now you're sitting at 108, and if you got two of those, your little $200 would now pop up to $250 to $300. I don't know. So you can either do that or keep buying these whack ass 1/100s, or keep going with FOMO and buying 45 copies of the Ultimate Black Panther #1, where there's
Or
no
still
further appearances.
or still 12,000 copies.
Yeah, those
We're
copies.
looking at you, audience. We know one of you sharks did this.
Oh, I know, because I do know for a fact there are some Lunar and PRH people that have been listening to these and then freaking acting accordingly. I know that for a fucking fact. Fortnite fans running around theme parks near you. So that is definitely a very interesting thing to say, because you know how there's a Star Wars experience? Well, there will
Uh-huh.
probably be a Fortnite experience. So remember a couple of weeks ago when I talked to you guys about the walking fucking video freaking trailer and everything. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Well, now if you're at a Fortnite attraction at fucking Disney, you can fucking play the fucking Fortnite game while you're fucking Disney and walk in and everything, and you can do it within a little bit of
That's
space.
awesome.
Right?
For real? That's dope.
Yeah.
Did you hear?
So there's all types of ways, directions that they could take this.
But Disney's like making big
I can
plans.
walk around playing Fortnite, like shooting at all the cast members at the Disney theme park.
Mhm.
But just think about all the Disney characters, or just think about what Disney is planning for all their parks. Like Universal is about to lose the Simpsons at their park. They have like
They are?
Why
yeah.
are they losing the Simpsons? That's been there forever.
Well, it's just the end of their contract at Universal.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And it was like it's like in 2 or 3 years or something like that. So, but the crazy part was that Disney France made the joke like, oh, we would be the perfect park to have the Simpsons here because of the Itchy
Yeah.
and Scratchy Land like joke
Mhm.
Yeah. All right.
in Paris or whatever.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, because they do have it on Disney. Oh, they did have it on Disney Plus. I
But
haven't
the
seen it in
Simpsons
a
is
while.
still on Disney Plus.
Yo,
Still on
you know,
there?
you know
Yeah,
what I
still-
just you know what I just thought of? They have Nerf guns for Fortnite, right? Like
Yeah.
guns that kids can pretend. Man, literally all Disney has to do is make a laser tag or a type of,
Oh.
tournament type shooting each other thing there. Oh man, that'll go
Oh,
crazy.
That's what I was
throughout the
thinking.
park, like a mass
Yes,
like
yes. An open
Well,
play
place,
kind of
like
thing.
Well, so
yeah,
the problem with that is because, and I know it because I've worked in laser tag place before, is that there would be so many fucking injuries. You don't want
Yeah,
them.
there
You don't want
would.
them. You want what you want is you want the situation where they're walking but they don't actually go anywhere. You don't want them actually running around because
oh, you want them
health and
contained
kids.
Okay, like-
there.
Yeah, they
You mean like an
motherfuckers
isolated
just get too
spot?
hype. They just
Yeah.
get so hype and they just fucking run into each other and fucking wall so fucking quick when they start getting shot at. Oh shit!
Mhm, mhm.
Boom! Boom! I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
because that's why all those laser tag places have the rule: do not run.
yeah,
But
yeah.
no one
Man.
listens to that anyways.
Nobody listens to that shit, man. Them motherfuckers got these big old fucking welts and shit, man. You like, oh,
You got bruises the size of your hand.
ain't no fucking way, man. But yeah, so is this the time to freaking get in? It's a little too late. It's a little too late, but
Like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago would have been.
2-3
Yes.
weeks ago, maybe a month ago,
Month
because
ago,
it
yeah.
did drop down to 98. It was at like 92, 93 for a while. At one point, when I was telling people, "Hey, I think this is going to drop down to freaking 80," it dropped down to 79. And I was like, and then
and
once
then
the
it
act,
upticked back up to 90 or whatever, right?
yeah,
Over
and
that.
then once the
next
activists
month.
started popping up, I was like, I don't know, man. I think it's gonna go down to 68. But then Bob Iger decided to do this shit. So we're in a weird quandary right now.
But you can kind
Um,
of see the writing on the wall, anyways, because Marvel already did the collaboration with Fortnite, anyways.
Yes. So that's the next step. Next step is they got to integrate it into the freaking parks. They got to freaking integrate all this new technology into Fortnite, and it's going to be freaking amazing. What's going to be interesting is because I've mentioned that the next chairman's vote is going to be on April 4th or 5th. Um, will that be enough to freaking because people are going because I'm afraid like if these three new guys come aboard is they may kink all these fucking plans and say no we don't want this stop it. So
You
that's
think
where
so?
it gets a little yeah they can do that right? They can absolutely freaking do it because
They can do it, but I mean, they don't they see the reception, the you know the feedback from the possibility of all of this.
yeah, well that's the initial jump right just the initial jump is it went up to 112 I think on Thursday but now it's back down to 108 because of
Okay.
that's just the way the money works. Now, if it sustains and rises up to 120 to possibly 140, because that's where it's actually supposed to be. It's supposed to be at 140. Then I think they'll just say, okay, we'll hold back and freaking just sit back and freaking watch. Let's see what happens. But if it stays like around 110 and goes even lower, then they're going to be like, yeah, freaking, we need to freaking stop this if we can go ahead and break this up because that's what these actors actually want to do. They want to break it up, so they want to break up the parks and then they want to break up the MCU stuff, the entertainment division. They want to break that up, and then they also want to start a REIT, which is a realty type investment type thing. So I think I've reported before that in South Carolina that they plan on doing a Disney Village, which is it's a little thing you can just walk around in and you live there and that's the thing. I forget where else they were planning on doing one that they actually announced. I do know for a fact, and I can now talk about this now that the activists have talked about this rare stuff, is that they wanted to do one in West Virginia, right? In fact, the
Ooh,
governor he was going to announce it maybe 5 or 6 months back. He was ready to announce it. He was like, "Yeah, we're gonna freaking have this Disney Village on here," but then something stopped him, and I think what stopped him was the bullshit that was happening with George DeSantis down in Florida. That's the only thing that stopped him from going ahead with that freaking deal. So it's a lot of stuff happening with Disney right now. You just guys just gotta make a decision on like what do you guys want to do? Do you want to keep putting all your money into these weird Marvel comics right now and hoping that those will pan out, or do you want to put it into some possibly Disney stock? Once again, I'm not a certified investment professional. I'm just saying, hey, this is where my decisions are going. So,
you're just going where the numbers leading.
money, 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 money. I was so fucking happy, man. I was like,
Kind of put it in
yeah.
the waffles.
Oh man, like there's a lot of my stocks that are going up and stuff like that. So I've been pretty happy. Like I bought super low into Funko. Like I bought
Oof.
100 shares for like $5,
Ooh, okay.
and
Yeah.
it's like $8 a share now.
Mattel. So Mattel is another joint that's having a bad year because activists are saying like, "What the fuck? How the fuck do we own Barbie and Fisher Price and we're losing a whole bunch of fucking money?" So they're saying, "Hey, either you split this fucking company off and they want to sell Fisher Price, or we're just going to freaking take over." And the suggestion has been, okay, Funko Pop, which has been ailing, why don't you guys buy Funko Pop as well? While you got the freaking goods? So that's out there. There's rumors about that. The other big rumor, and this is that has nothing to do with fucking comics or anything, but I thought it was fucking funny. I don't know if you guys remember WeWork. WeWork was a company that had a great fucking idea. Whereas instead of these companies renting out space, like having a whole big lease, they could rent out a office space for like a day, 1 week, 2 weeks, whatever you need.
Yeah, I remember this.
So they were eventually evaluated at 320 billion. They the owner, I forget what his name is, they bought him out for $1.7 billion. They gave him a $1.7 billion severance package and said, go away. It is now, the company we work is now only worth 6.9 $7 million. And now the owner is trying to buy that shit back to make it fucking work because they just fucked it up.
So basically, this guy had a bunch of assets, and they sold off all his assets and like left him with like diddly, basically.
Well, they gave him 1.7 billion.
Well, I mean, like the company overall, like they just basically ate themselves out inside out.
Yeah.
And then like it's kind of like, I want my money back that I invested into this, so I'm selling this section of the property.
Yeah, because it was weird the way it went down because it happened when they bought him out. They bought him out right before the pandemic.
Oh, okay. so adding that on top of it, okay, that's funny.
So, yeah, they spent a whole bunch of money on stuff that nobody freaking wanted, and then
so he sat on some tropical island throughout COVID, basically.
Oh man, it's just random.
Or lost all his money in NFTs. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah. Remember when Tesla, Elon Musk was saying that you could buy freaking Teslas with fucking Dogecoin and all that shit?
Yeah. Oh, do you know what's funny? I actually saw one of those Teslas that look like the Warthogs from Halo or whatever.
The truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw one
good at all in person?
I mean, I saw it like, so I was driving and I was going past the in-fence parking garage or whatever, or shop, and there was one in the driveway. So I only saw the taillights. I only saw the taillights in the weird angle. It you could definitely tell it was a Tesla, but other than that,
it looks funny.
It stands out. Yeah, it's like seeing like a Lamborghini on the road, or like a McLaren or whatever.
Oh, was it that ugly gray?
It was that ugly gunmetal gray.
Jeez. Nah, I'm straight.
I can't wait to see it. Dude, I can't wait to see the body kits on those cars, man, with like RoboCop looking cars, or like...
That's what it looks like. Yes, it looks like if everybody was driving those kind of cars, we'd be in the RoboCop future.
Yeah.
No, I'm waiting on the Honda's got its own EV.
I'm waiting for the flying car.
Honda's gonna get an EV.
Yeah, it's supposed to be out this year. Probably.
What's the flying car coming out?
The what?
The flying car.
It 2017, right?
I was promised flying cars.
Or was it 2015? It was promised.
Yeah, they've had them for a while. Your broke ass ain't gonna be able to afford one.
You can't see it.
They can't mass produce it.
Well, there's these islands out there and these freaking villages where everybody in there has got their own little freaking helipad and shit. And
have you seen those water things though? Like where it's where it pushes water down, and people have been remodeling those
to
make
it jetpack.
Oh yeah, and people remodeling them to look like the speeders from like Star Wars.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Jetpacks too.
Yeah.
You know what it is, Adam, is like a tube that's inserted in the water, so it sucks up the water through the pack and propels it out at high speed, so it elevates you into the air. So the more you open the valve and the more you increase it, you go up and down. You could fly technically, but you're still attached to the hose that's sucking water from the ocean, or the pool, or the lake, or wherever you use it at. Yeah. That's how it works.
Okay.
Man, it's just a bad accident waiting to happen, man. Some dude's gonna get fucking drunk, fucking spin his ass on out. All right, let's keep going a little bit more in the FOC stuff. Kuma, beginning of her issue number 4. They keep extending this FOC on this one. I like it, but apparently people just are not on it yet. I mean, I like the cover. I haven't actually fucking read it. But
this is a Jihan Lee book.
Yeah. There's the one in 10. Manor House, Dark Souls, Willow King.
I seen these in the comic store on Wednesday, and I ain't gonna lie, the covers on this, it just looks interesting, but it's like I'm not gonna read it, but it looks interesting.
Yeah. Looks like
Game
album
of Thrones vibes or something.
It looks like album artwork that my band would use for like a release.
Here's your Night People by Oni Press.
Oh, that should be our favorite series, right?
Serial killer book.
That's another great cover for Aguma.
Yeah. The eyes creep me out.
I would imagine that you see girls like that all the time on campus, man.
Yo, I see them in downtown Newark at Rutgers University. They look like that.
Oh, so when I'm walking around campus, I feel like I'm back in the 90s again. Just like with all the mom pants,
the big ass clothes and stuff,
the baggy clothes, the plaid stuff.
Yeezy, it's so funny. I seen a group of kids on New Comic Book Day. Where the comic book store is at is literally down from Rutgers University, right in downtown New Jersey. So, and as I get to the light, I'm in the car. You know remember how back in the day the girls would wear the sweaters and their sleeves would be like this, and they would do that, the big oversized sweaters and shit. Yo, I just saw like a gang of girls walking like that, and I'm looking, and I'm like, are they in college or is this like back in the day? And then I seen a bunch of boys wearing big ass pants with the chains hanging from them. I was like, what the fuck is going on? But then it was so funny because I said, that's right. My nieces did tell me, they were like, yeah, uncle. They was like, everyone's wearing the stuff you used to wear, the big clothes, the big. I said, get the hell out of here. She was like, yep. I was like, that is crazy.
If you have any of that original clothing still, it goes for big bucks. Like,
yo, I found that out. I found that out.
Like, it doesn't matter what it is either. Like I'm thinking about starting to like go through like all my old like band T-shirts I don't fit into anymore.
Excuse me, band T-shirts and like vintage T-shirts some of them go for really stupid money.
Well, yeah, I figured the bigger the band is, like, because I have nothing but band T-shirts from like 2000.
Yeah, not for nothing too. But if one of the band member dies, that makes it even better. Not to say it that way, but you know, if one
of course. I mean, that's for anything, right? So anything for, because I was going to tons of shows from
the second print, right, Lucas?
2015.
Yep, second print for Giuseppe Camicoli. Yep.
See, just like I said, right? Flip the other way in verse, and then the background colors are flipped.
And it's not a foil.
Yeah.
But they got Batman like Hush on this one.
He does.
I thought they were doing something new with Hush again.
Shush, right? It wasn't a Shush?
Shush. Yeah.
Shush.
That's fucking stupid.
Then they're gonna have Babies About a Gush.
That's a nice ass cover.
That is.
It is by Yasmin Putri.
Explains the dopeness. That's nice
this
shit.
Yeah, I like this cover too.
One thing Batman gonna do, he gonna give you some good covers.
It's always been like that, right?
Yeah.
Historically.
Yeah. This one is 1 of 50. James Toccoa.
Hey, is that the Kool-Aid Man in the bottom right corner by the wheel?
Oh yeah.
This is Asshole Devil Brother.
Oh yeah.
You know what these devils look like? And I'm only saying this because I'm rewatching Demon Slayer. It looks like the fucking demons from Demon Slayer. Literally.
Okay.
Okay. I see it a little bit, the way he's hunched over like that, holding the yeah, it does look like it a little bit.
Apparently it is a blank cover. Batman and Scooby-Doo Mysteries.
Oh, that's funny.
So why does Batman got the jewels in his fucking bag? What the fuck? He's helping her out?
Well, isn't it it's a homage to Batman and Robin going.
It is, but he's supposed to be in the front though.
Oh, Batman's supposed to be in the front.
What's this homage?
You know, the Burt Ward, Adam West, climbing up the side of the building.
Oh, okay.
and then also because like didn't Scooby Doo play off of that too? Like with because they had the cartoon with
Well,
Adam
Adam
West
West.
and Burt Ward on it
Mhm.
with Batman and Robin or whatever, and Scooby Doo crossover. So this is nothing new.
Is your Joan Quinones?
So this is supposed to be the first appearance of Harley Quinn in that universe.
The Batman '89 Echoes universe?
Yeah,
Got her looking crazy as fuck.
the Tim Burton.
I know some
I
girls.
mean, that looks like that's look like how Tim Burton probably would have made her. You know, this is his universe, right?
Yeah.
Tim Burton.
Yeah, I can see that.
Feek, close gate. No, long time no see, brother. How's it going? More Batcave stuff for this is Warren Johnson. Is your Raphael Albuquerque?
I like that. Keaton, DeVito, and Pfeiffer.
Oh yeah.
Batman and Robin, Simone the Male.
Oh, that girl is back. Flatline.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There's been so many characters, man, that Batman's been put out, and none of them just haven't caught on, man.
She was, I believe, popular for a second, or from what I recall, when that Robin series came out.
Yeah.
So DC
like
is doing what Marvel was doing 5 years ago. Let's put out a bunch of characters, see if any of them hit, and if they do, we'll bring them back 3 years later.
I feel like ever since that Batman wedding that didn't happen, people have not trusted DC.
Yeah, because like there was like tons of stores that went all out for that, like
bought wedding cakes and all that.
Buying wedding cakes, like to have this like huge like launch party for what they were basically advertising as like watch Bruce Wayne and Selena get married, and
I think that was the beginning of the downfall for DC more than anything else in the last like 5 to 10 years.
Yeah,
that was ridiculous. Why would you hype that up? Not just to disappoint.
Yeah,
and that was all at the corporate level too. Creative had nothing to do with it. Tom King, that wasn't a Tom King decision. It was all up on the corporate ladder.
Well, those people are gone. So,
yep.
Derek Chew for Batman and Robin #7.
Oh, but what was their parent company at that point? Chew at the same time, right?
Yeah, it wasn't Warner Brothers. They weren't owned by Warner Brothers back then.
So this is a very different take on a Man Bat cover.
Oh, where it's like a drone view or something like that, or satellite view.
Well, it's like it's an overhead view. Then we're not really seeing Man Bat. We're seeing him from the back, but we're seeing more of the victim.
Yeah.
Well, not victim. It's Robin. He's probably gonna grapple hook something, but still, it's a.
Yeah, he got fucking tired of Damon's ass talking and dropped his ass off a building. And this one is by Simone Bianchi.
Yeah.
And where's Mel?
Oh, Simone Bianchi.
Yeah, there we go. Is it just a New Yorker thing then?
I'm gonna have to pull the audio and have it on standby. Batman Dylan Dog? What the fuck is this?
It's the Kenny G variant. What's up?
That's the Batman you read when you're in the elevator.
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of when I see that type of saxophone. Is just the.
You're so crazy how they can have so many multiple Batman stories running at the same time.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, this is exactly what Marvel was doing. Like 5 years ago, they had like multiple whatever.
Yeah, I mean, multiple Spider-Man joints.
Spider-Man he's always always. As a kid, I ain't gonna lie, that's what
Batman
that confused the hell out of me.
Yeah, because it's always about Peter Parker, but they're not connected, but somehow they are connected, but not really.
It's like as a kid, I'm buying Amazing Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, and Web of Spider-Man, and I'm like, okay, cool. This is part 1, 2, and 3, or whatever. Maximum Carnage. But I'm like, couldn't we have put this all in one title? Why do we need these other titles? But then as I got older, I realized like, oh, each title is like a different version, or deals with side characters that the main title won't. So it's like, all right, I got it.
Just more money out your pocket, man.
Yeah.
So here's the interesting experiment that they're doing. DC has put several stories on Webtoons. Okay. Webtoons is usually an anime platform where people put their stuff. If it gets liked, then they freaking print it out. Well, DC had Batman Wayne Family Adventures. It was on Webtoons. People liked it. So now they're printing it out. This one is volume 4. Not sure how this is going to play, but we'll see.
So they would only publish it if it has a huge following on Webtoons, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I assume so.
Okay, so who at DC is listening to us? So I want to know, because I think you owe us a paycheck at this point.
I've said this. I said this like 3 to 4 years ago. It's like I was like, you know what I was like, because I was at exactly. I said, hey, you know why freaking Marvel and DC are getting their butts kicked by anime? It's because they tested out on freaking platform like Webtoons first, and then they fucking print it out. Well, here you go. Now they decided to do that shit. So now you can't tell me they ain't fucking listening to me. You can't tell me. You can't fucking tell me they're not listening to this fucking show.
So is this why we got treated nicely at the Diamond Retailer Summit?
Birds of Prey, number 7. This one is your Mateus Zerdi.
I liked his first few tattoo covers and stuff like that, but now I don't know. I don't care for him.
I'm sorry. These are not comic covers. Like, these shits don't have me interested on anything inside the book. It's like, oh, just look at this big bitch and this other broad.
What's wrong with that, sirs?
Because it's boring.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. For a comic book, it's like.
But when you're portraying certain characters, like, it's kind of like, this is like barely like a step above like cosplay variant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's not get crazy now.
It's like fantasy.
I mean, are you a fan of Zerdy? Like, I don't think he's like, his art hasn't matured enough to the point of like doing DC main titles, but like he was doing his thing, like doing store exclusives.
Yeah.
Yes, and I see it not just with DC, but it seems like Marvel's doing it too. They're getting these store exclusive guys, or these guys that we primarily know from store exclusives,
yeah,
and they're following that same model. It's like you get the.
Or that's how they got their name out there, right?
Yeah, that's how they got their name, and then Marvel uses them for a cover, and it's these over computerized, these over digitized, or I don't know. They just don't.
Or maybe they're more strict on them since they're doing whatever. They're not allowed to do like their full what they're known for, and then they have to follow all the marketing rules or whatever design rules.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is what we end up with, basically, at the end of the day.
Yeah. Zerdy was overrated when he was doing
Birds of
books.
Prey is a good read too.
I don't know about that now.
There was a handful. There were a handful of Zerdy covers I enjoyed, but I probably wouldn't buy on my on my own.
This one is your Pablo Villalobos cover. I like this one a lot better than that other tattoo cover.
It does.
This one is your Sozo Micah.
I like this cover a lot.
She got a few covers coming out.
Well, she's changing up her style, which is always
Mhm.
great to see for a young artist. Like, where you're not typecasting her into a certain like, hey, do this cover a million times.
Yeah, she's not getting the Rose Best treatment. I definitely like that about her. Rose
Yeah.
Best done ran that sneaker pose cover to fucking death.
Or the Jenny Prison treatment, right?
Yo,
I love
Jenny-
Prison. Don't get me wrong. I
I,
love Prison.
I was just gonna say Yeezy, same thing. I bought a lot of that woman's covers, but when I laid them shits out one day, I was like, yo, this is the same, just the
Yeah.
color palette or the headdress changes, you know. That's
Yeah.
it. It's the same, they're the same goddamn drawings.
So this is, I've seen a lot of covers lately with Dina.
Black Canary.
Black Canary. Dina Lance, who's different from the original one, which is Dina Drake. Are they planning on doing something with this character?
I thought
Nah, I think DC just realized
I've been wondering the same thing
what
lately.
covers with her.
Black Canary's been getting a lot of play.
Has she getting play in the comics or just the covers?
Yeah, in the comics
Okay.
as well as on covers. She is
Okay.
prominent in the Green Arrow book. She's in
Okay.
Birds of Prey.
Because I know when that dope cover, Yeezy, remember that 1 in 25 that came out like a few months ago? You know, it hit the top 10, and then immediately
Yeah.
everybody bought the next cover and the next cover. I thought it was just DC, you know, doing we're moving a lot of units with her on it. Let's just throw her on the cover.
For the it was it the Middleton cover? No, it wasn't Middleton.
No,
I
not
think it was
Middleton.
the Smitty cover for number 2 for Birds of Prey.
Yeah, I
The one
believe
that
yeah.
had it was the bubblegum cover.
Right, there was
Yes,
the bubblegum
yes.
cover, and then there was like the next
There was
two
like
covers.
2 more. Yeah, the next 2.
Right after that too as well. That
Mhm.
like got really good reception.
Yeah, it was like a good 3 months of Black Canary on a lot of shit.
But it was the same artist too, wasn't it? I want to say.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
all three of those were Smitty.
Was it Smitty?
Yeah.
No, Sweeney. Wasn't it Sweeney?
Oh, Sweeney.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good job, Adam. I knew we'd get to it some way.
So yeah, there's a bunch of copies out there for less than $20.
Like I said,
I don't see any 9.8s though. Oh wait, there is 198 for $100, so it's pretty cheap.
no 99s yet.
198 for 102, but it's from shipping from Canada.
Auto? Was it Auto?
Auto
Let me
Schmidt.
just, oh. Auto Schmidt.
Excuse me.
Okay, so this one is a Leslie Laurie.
Auto
Black
Schmidt was a good
details.
one.
Mm.
Yeah, Auto Schmidt was one, but it was also the number 2 variant. Was that also Auto Schmidt? Let's see. Oh yeah, vote for Auto Schmidt.
Let's see. Some Green Lantern books. This is your another Nathan Zerdy.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've seen that cover on the Zenoscope cover he did.
This is your Juanjo Lopez.
Okay.
Better than floating burritos, I'll say that.
That was crazy.
Oh, that they allow that? I'm surprised it went
Yeah.
that far. Like when you first see it, you think it's a joke, right? Then
That's
you
what
think
I thought.
Yeah, but then like when you see solicitations for it, that's when you know it was really bad.
Yeah. But notice that there was nobody that really said anything until I said it, and then all of a sudden, that's when it got taken down. Like, really, why does he have to go out and eat a burrito? What the fuck is going on with that? I don't know.
Well, especially for Heritage Month too. Like, are you trying to lose a whole race of people like from reading your or
That's
not
a
a race,
that's
but like
violation.
yeah, a whole like nationality or identity, right? Like that was bad.
Neil before Zod, Jason, Sean, Alexander. This one is a Lucio Perillo.
Looks so
I haven't even read number one. I might have to get.
I've heard it's a pretty good read, but I haven't read a DC book in a long time. So. Or consistently read, I should say. I've read an entire run of something in Rebirth, and then I was just like kind of like meh.
Let's see. CX. Some TMPs. Here's your Outsiders number 4, Francesco Mattina. Nightmarish. Poison Ivy number 20. This is a Jessica Fung.
Why does it say hot for teacher? Wait,
is she the teacher? I don't know.
She looked like a lad.
Like a scientist, yeah.
Yes, scientist. There you go.
Yeah. Or researcher at the very least, right?
Nakayama.
Yeah.
I kind of like this.
What the fuck is going on here? This one is a Yannick Paquette and David McCraig. It's like kind of a swamp thing going on there.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That's what it reminds me of.
She-Hulk's in DC now.
There's another Sozo Micah.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks dope.
Yeah, that's the one I put in the chat earlier. Like I seen that, and I was like, yeah, that shit is fire.
Yeah.
And this one is a Tula Lote. She looks like she's literally on fire.
No one's gonna order that book, and then Yeezy is gonna do a show about it in a year. Ghosts and Bangers.
Ghost and Bangers.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna be eating mushrooms and like staring at that book.
Well, that too, but you could do both. Yeah, Ghost and Bangers.
Yeah, it's because it's the only 9/8's gonna be like right here, and I'm just gonna be like staring at it.
So Red Hood, The Hill, number 2. This one is Riley Rossimo. Notice that I'm not sure who these characters are, so I'm gonna have to look at number 0, which I think came out this week. Yeah, it came out this week, and see what's going on with that one. Rick and Morty, Heart of Rickus. Super Spring Break Special number 1. $9.99 for this shit.
Who's ordering all these one shots?
Somebody. I don't know.
I'm wondering, like,
this is a TP for Sandman Universe Nightmare Country. For people that forget that Frizen at 1 in 50, was it 1 in 50 or 1 in 100? Frizen did really well until they fucked it up and then did the Metzger variant 1 month later. Somebody's got an echo saying. Let's see. Sir Christopher Gray was asking, is that Sozo Maiko going to be a incentive? Let's see. So the Birds of Prey, that one was going to be that Sozo Maiko, that was going to be an incentive. And the Poison Ivy is not going to be an incentive.
Interesting.
Shazam. Sinister Sons number 2. Skaters. I don't know whether this is supposed to be creepy or disgusting, but it's kind of both. Samya by Distillery. This cover is kind of tame from what they usually put out.
They definitely got a lot of covers.
And of course, there's going to be your paper bag, poly bag, freaking variant.
Brown bag special. Maybe they expect it on the fucking.
Kong Comics, Spend the Night. That's the one that the retailers had to buy 100, and they can get a metal cover of this one. Looks like it's signed. Suicide Squad, Dream Team. Then there's your Riccardo Federici. Sweeney Boo. So that's just like they did Batman 98. Now they're going to do a Superman 78.
But that was going on though for a while.
Yeah, it's on issue number 5.
The cover for the first couple of issues were nice. The one with Gene Hackman on it, you know, that the ones that look like the actual actors.
Yeah,
I had like those.
have they done one with what's the name of the black comedian?
Richard Pryor.
Yeah,
Rich Brian.
yeah.
Oh, I gotta go look for that. I didn't see that.
Well, I mean, I'm asking, is there one with him? Because that would be dope.
I don't know.
no,
That would be
shit.
awesome. But
I'm
I don't-
hoping that would be incredible. That's why I was going to say. I was like, I
don't
didn't
think
see
they
it
did.
if they had it. I definitely would have bought it if they had it because you know that's my movie. That's Richard Pryor.
I would buy 3,000 copies just to do a store variant just for that.
Sandman, variant covered by Sebastian Formora. It's amazing. All right, that's it for the FOC. This is the stuff that's coming out this coming Wednesday, the 14th. And some of the stuff is either sold out already or low on stock at the local distributors. This one is Oddly Pedestrian Life Christopher Chaos number 7, cover A by Robles. I thought it was definitely interesting because with this being Mardi Gras week, there's this allusion to a lot of art that kind of is like has like this Catholic resonance to it. I forget which painting this was a homage to, but that's definitely where they're going with this one. Antarctic Press has manga number 19. Miles Morales, Spider-Man. Here's the Black History Month, and then there's another cover called the Stormbreakers, and I don't know who the heck that is on the cover. Vengeance of the Moon Knight number 2, cover E by David Finch. Then Batman 143, Alan Qua. That one's sold out. A lot of stuff going on in there. Then there's the Steven Subic cardstock.
That looks badass. Heath Ledger.
It's very, very creepy.
Looks like both the dentist and his dermatologist did him wrong. Birds of Prey, Volume 5, number 6. Pablo Villalobos, Sweater Weather.
This
Nice.
past Wednesday. That came out this past Wednesday.
It came out this past week? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've been digging his covers since they've let him start coloring his own books.
Sweetie Candy Vigilante, number 1. This includes a free MP3 download from Osaka Popstar.
Mm-hmm.
Petrol Head number 4 by Image. 2 of 2. Blue Beetle number 6, the Spanish language variant. Now this one could be interesting. Mad Magazine number 36. On the cover is supposed to be Taylor Swift, but with Travis Kelce, but Kelce is of course my man. What's his name? Newman. I think that's what his name was.
Only Newman I know is on Seinfeld.
Let's see. It doesn't matter. Let's see. Mad.
Alfred E. Newman.
Ah, okay. The Miracles, number 4, cover B, Vince Underwood and Kevin Wadaba, Kirby homage. This one is homage to, I'm not sure which one this one is. Maybe like an X-Men number 1.
Yeah,
Yep.
X-Men 1 with Magneto. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Beast like swinging. Then you have.
They just did a homage to those Marvel '97 covers. They just did a homage to this, like I think last month.
Yep.
It's like a mirror image of it, though.
Yes.
Sinister Sons number 1, 2 kids in a trench coat, acetate.
Mm-hmm.
Speed Force number 4, cover C, Black History Month cardstock. Now, what I have noticed is that a lot of these Black History Months joints have been sold out or low in stock. And I think it's because a lot of people aren't buying this shit. So there's like a weird line between the fact that a lot of retailers aren't buying this shit and the fact that there are people that actually want it. So that's why a lot of these are kind of low in stock.
Mm.
But the thing is, no, the numbers on eBay haven't necessarily supported that, but at distributor level, that's definitely what I'm seeing. Tuskers number 1.
So you think allocation?
Well, yes, I think it's definitely allocation because there haven't been enough retailers that have been ordering it, so the numbers are very low on those particular ones on the Black History Months. So, You and I by AWA. I've literally read this one, and I can't remember to tell you what the fuck it was about. But I can tell you that, can remind you that AWA Studios, they do have the green light on building a bunch of TV series and movies. So these are some of the ones that you do have to pay attention to.
So it's perfect for Netflix then, where it's like easily forgettable.
Yeah.
One and done.
Yeah. Good weekend. Let me go ahead and put this on real quick.
Let me bench this real quick. Talk about it for a second, and then forget I even watched it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Exactly.
Rinse and repeat, right?
Testify.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Volume 5, number 148, cover F. I think this was the 1 in 50. Blood Commandment, number 4, the Kodransky homage. I think this is a homage to Twilight. Or no.
No, it's the Underworld.
Yeah, that other bullshit fucking vampire fucking thing.
Bullshit, that was good. Way better than Twilight.
Oh, yeah. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
It's just that.
It
Can you
became
tell me a
cheesy.
difference in any of the?
It became cheesy, but the first two was good. The Lycans and the rise of the Lycans, the whole that shit was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can you tell me a difference in any of the films?
Yeah, one took place in the present, the other one in the past. Pow.
Okay. Oh, all right, got me.
One had guns and the other one had big ass bow and arrows from the
Okay.
side of the castle.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to rewatch it again. I'll use this weekend for that.
By Image, The Bloody Dozen, A Tale of the Strata College, issue number 3, cover A, Slaney, sold out. Of course, it's got to fulfill the bondage cover of the week prerequisite, my quota, and this one is sold out.
I haven't seen a tentacle cover yet.
I could have sworn I had one. I just didn't. I think I did have one. I just didn't call it out.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Empath number 4, Black Box Comics. This one is cover D for Blood Commandment, homage to The Godfather, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And Infernals number 1. This one should be good. This one could definitely be an IP. Cults, vampires, whatever you want to fucking call these fucking people, demons and shit. This could be something. I like the Tula Lote, but then there's another cover with the baby that's like a 1 in 25 or a 1 in 50.
Was that a Devil's Advocate homage?
It kind of looks like it, right? Yeah, it definitely looks like. That's exactly what I was thinking of when I first saw that one.
Yep.
Okay.
The one to keep an eye out for on the shelves, but you don't want to bring home to your wife, maybe not. Penthouse Comics. It's got several
Okay.
7 covers.
Tell me more.
There's going to be some polybagged ones, some bagged ones. You can take your pick. There's
House Comics.
Yeah, there's this cosplay one, which is the 1 in 1,000.
Okay.
Not a 1 in 1,000. It's only 1,000 printed. Excuse me.
Okay.
It looks like a normal Penthouse cover.
It does. Usually when this shit's popped up, it was just like, oh my god. It's like
So make sure to buy it from either me or Blind Adam.
More like Blind Adam.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking about stacking up on the call on the left.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be polybagged, if I'm not mistaken.
Polybagged, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's supposed to be 3 of them that are polybagged. So
Yeah.
Star Wars High Republic Adventures Phase 3, number 3, cover A by Talba. Transformers issue number 5. There's supposed to be a cover. We don't have the art for it yet. Maybe we do. I just forgot to freaking go back and check for it.
Clutch
Yeah, I
showed it
didn't
to
see
me.
that.
No, I'm just joking.
The second print for Ultimate Spider-Man number 1.
all right, what's the status on this, Luca? In stock,
allocations.
sold out.
Let's go. Let's check it out.
Because there was a short FOC window on this one.
Yeah.
Believe it's under ordered. I know the third print with that goddamn ratio is going to be over ordered.
I secured my third prints, but
This is number 1, right?
That's it. Second print.
It is on sale soon, so no restrictions on ordering it yet.
It comes out this Wednesday.
yep.
Yeah, so there's still time to order it for retailers.
Okay.
So you can still order it at the distributor level.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Mm.
Let me try to check.
So there's
So I
no
thought
reason for this book to go insane when it drops.
But it's funny. It's some of the stores that I went to when I asked about it, they said they ordered about 50 or 75 copies, and then their orders got cut in half.
Yeah, I haven't seen. Well, I guess it all depends on where they're ordering from, right? Are they ordering from Diamond or are they ordering from Penguin? Because I see. I mean, I didn't go deep on this one, so I mean, I see no such restrictions on there right now. And usually they put a big thing or they send an email.
Okay.
In fact, let me go to Diamond because sometimes Diamond has these little notes somewhere. Let's see.
You was looking on Penguin at the moment, or you were still
Yep.
on Diamond? Oh, you was
No, I
at
was on
Penguin.
Penguin.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, those are the people that lost 12,000 copies. I don't know about them.
Are you mainly ordering from Penguin or Diamond?
Well, it all depends. Marvel and IDW, I order from Penguin, and then everything else except for like DC and Image. Like DC and Image, I order from Lunar, and then everything else I order from Diamond.
Gotcha.
Let's see product updates. Okay, so market shorter advisory for upcoming. Yeah, the last Marvel shortage advisory was for Captain America #6. That was like, yeah, that was the one that came out this week.
Okay.
That was the one of him jumping out of an airplane.
Oh, the 1 in 25.
Yeah. Mhm.
Got it.
Also coming out this week is Spider-Gwen Smash #3 to cover D incentive
Yep.
Ricky Yagawa variant. Then there's Vampirilla 666. What the heck?
Yeah.
The
Comments from
poncho,
the Virgin Mary.
the poncho variant.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
what the
Poncho
hell?
variant.
Yeah, that's the Virgin Mary, the variant.
It's like Major
And-
League. Like as you kept on showing different covers, you kept on peeling off more and more.
Yes. I remember that.
Sorry, I had just rewatched that movie not too long ago.
Let's see. Edwin Aguilar is asking, is that a first for Optimus using Megatron's arm as his own? I'm not sure.
Not a clue.
I wish the person to answer that question is not here. So
Yes.
Exactly.
Has anybody checked in on Optimus? I mean, Max
Uh,
Ultra?
I talked to him maybe 2 weeks ago for like a hot minute. You know, he thanked me for checking in on him.
he
I
checks
sent him a
in.
message- I sent him a message back, and I haven't heard anything since.
He checks in on the
In the chat and stuff.
on the group chat every so often. He'll send something, just
He sent something. He sent something yesterday, right? He sent a couple
Yeah.
things yesterday.
yeah, just to be like hey, I'm still here, like
Yeah.
checking in kind of situation,
I was gonna check in on him again sometime this week too. Just
or hey, I've caught up on all our messages. Like
Is he still doing? Yeah, is he still doing the his
secret variant.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Nah, he hasn't never put out
hasn't
a
been a
show.
secret
Yeah.
right for quite some time.
I think he's just been busy with life right now.
Yeah.
So he should. I think once things calm down for him, I would
Mhm.
assume.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Last bitch, then you die.
yeah.
All right, guys. That was the last that I had of the FLC. So we did FLC new releases. We talked about Fortnite and Disney. We talked about the weirdness of swapping actors and actresses out and all that craziness, man. We talked about you, and I want to thank Spidey Hunter, Aaron Yee, and Foreskin Eater, also known as Baloney Tits, for joining me on the show today. It is 4:00.
No doubt, man, no
It's
doubt.
time for us to go to fuck bed.
We'll update the nickname
Yeah.
next week. Come on, something better next week for you, Lucas.
Yes, sir. Hey, you ain't got to do it for me, man. Do it for yourself, man. Whatever you got to do to be happy, man. Except for don't be doing no weird porn shit, man. Unless you bring Ottoman and Director, they are allowed.
Fuck them.
Hey.
When they pay me the money they owe me, then we'll talk.
Oh, okay. That's one
Fuck
of those
them.
deals. Okay. Well, if anybody wants to freaking go to Autumn Summers page and make sure you get their OnlyFans shit so that she has money to pay Mr. Baloney Tits, then please go ahead and help them out and everything. But once again, thank you guys for joining us on the show and for listening in on the show. And then Easy Comic Collector says, "What about the Vengeance of Moon Knight #1, the second print? Is there a ratio for that one? I did not see."
There is.
Is there?
There is.
Just automatically, if it's the second print, just automatically assume they're going to do a ratio for it. No, I'm just joking. Don't do that.
Nah, that one you can't assume, but it's a nice looking second print. It's I believe it's interior art. It's Moon Knight fighting Blood Moon or the other moon.
I like those covers personally, like interior art covers. Like
I love them. I love them. The second print ones, I love them things.
It's especially if it's like a really good panel, like something just to like. It's like, hey, this is actually in the story. Like, enjoy the book.
Let's see.
Venom and Thor during that Kate's era was real good at that with the second prints that were interior art. Like, say what you want about the story, but at least when it came to the second prints, it's like, oh yeah, you chose that. Like that was the thing. Now it was like guessing what page was going to be the second print or the third print cover.
Yeah, I mean, but that whole time period was like money for anyone that was like buying and selling Venom.
Yeah,
I still do well with those 4 second prints.
Well, they're
third prints.
Well, I saw that like one of the stores they're reprinting the Tyler Kirkham, like Noel. Like the issue 1.
What the fuck is going on with Diamond's fucking page right now?
It's probably getting hacked.
Yeah, you better off going to Previews World or shit, going to Midtown just to see the cover.
Yeah,
you're trying to look on the distributor level, like what you can order.
Yeah, I noticed sometimes before when he did that, I caught it a couple times the way the order the books go. I was like, yo, why is shit out of alphabetical order? And then I'm like, oh, he's looking at it. They do it by the numbers. And I'm like, got it.
They got stuff on here that's not even on FOC. They got stuff that's not on FOC for like 2 or 3 weeks or some shit. Let's see. Like, because I was looking for that Vengeance of Moon Knight, but I think y'all will like looking at this a little bit better anyways. So this is Vengeance of Moon Knight #4, 1/25, the Lozano. That shit look fucking tight. And there's this one, David Partori.
Oh, you're not sharing screen.
Oh shit, excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is 1/25, Lozano.
Oh, that looks badass. I like the blue background and with the black plane.
Yeah, and then we're waiting on the Elizabeth Torque. There's your Jonah Scarf. And that's whatever. But yeah. So whatever Vengeance of Moon Knight second print that was on there is not there right now. And I don't feel like looking for it anymore because it's exactly 4 o'clock. Get the fuck on out of here, guys. Once again, thank you everybody for freaking stopping by, freaking listening to us, and especially those that are listening to us on replay. So please hit that freaking like, and then just hang out for us. Hang out to us for next week. If you have any more suggestions, make sure you hit me up on Instagram or in Conversators. Mine is Chandler Greens Cornbread. Conversators is, and don't forget to hit up Forest Kid Eater and Baloney Tits at Find Adam Comic Pimp. We're out.
For each man in his time to fade, until he walks along the beach and sees his future in the water, along life's arm within his reach. I haven't needed a one.
Sometimes men take matters into their own hands. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want? I want the truth. You
guys know, it is Drunken Chat, son.